Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another exciting, amazing, wonderful episode of Hollywood After Dark. It is the 3rd of October 2022. Tonight is the night of the World Fan Event, Black Adam, Mexico City, and kind of a bust, to be fair. We talking about that, breaking that whole thing down. Also, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, new trailer. Kind of a snore fest, if I'm not going to lie. No, I'm kidding. It was pretty good. Don't worry, guys. We're going to get into it. Hollywood After Dark right fucking now. Hey, what's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? Welcome to the party. Welcome to the show. Tonight is just another glorious night to talk about movies, all right? I wasn't too sure what to chat about, and then I completely forgot that tonight was the big Black Adam world launch party for the press tour in Mexico City, 9 days before its premiere, New York, I forget where. And I was, curious what was going to come out of tonight, because I had talked about this last week. I'm like, you know what? If they show the movie off here at this fan event, then we'll finally get confirmation about Henry Cavill, obviously. There was all that hoopla, all of that stuff going around talking about Henry Cavill being in Los Angeles. I talked about that last night. Crazy stuff overall, but it's still interesting because this fan event, yeah, not much came out of it, if I'm being honest with you. But to be fair, I haven't seen the whole thing yet. So one of the things we're going to look at when we get to that part of the show tonight is Warner Brothers live streamed the event to their Facebook. I don't know why their Facebook, it made it very difficult to find, but they live streamed the entire Q&A to their Facebook. I got the video. We'll take a look at that. We'll see what exactly is coming out of it. Anything good, anything crazy of the sort. We'll go from there. So as we dive into all of that, folks, there's a lot to get to tonight, but let me just take a quick look here at the chat. Right off the bat, Ralph's Double Tits asks a very interesting question. Any theories as to why Jarbo hates The Rock so much? Don't hate The Rock. Not a fan of the business. I think Dwayne is a nice guy. I think Dwayne's a very nice guy. But what I'm not a gigantoid fan of, what I'm not a huge fan of, is overinflated ego and how that goes absolutely remarkably, unwaveringly unchecked by not only like Hollywood, but also the fans. Like, look, here's the thing when it comes to WWE fans. Like, they're used to overhyping things. And they're really used to overhyping things. They live in this, like, the world is cranked up to an 11 mentality. It's very infantile in many different ways. I'm not a WWE fan. I appreciate the sport. I appreciate even the performances, but I don't live in that world. I don't live in the testosterone fueled environment that is the male soap opera known as the WWE. And if you don't believe me that wrestling is nothing more than a male soap opera, go back and look at some of the conversations you might have had with your friends over the years when talking about professional wrestling. If you ever sat down, just a couple of you buddies having a beer, hanging out on a Friday night, and all of a sudden the subject of the last WWE SummerSlam comes up and you're like, oh my God, could you believe what happened when this wrestler slept with this wrestler's wife, or this wrestler got cancer and then all of a sudden was absolutely miraculously okay to come out at the last bit of the cage match and fuck everybody up? Do you recall all of that shit, right? Well, I want you to take that exact same mindset and I want you to apply it. I want you to apply it to soap operas, right? Imagine a bunch of Midwestern soccer mom, wine mom individuals sitting around a brunch nook while their children are at school and they're sifting on their red box wine and they're like, did you watch As the World Turns? Deirdre, that fucking bitch, decided to cheat on Monica and completely destroy their wonderful relationship. But here's the thing. They were a very out and proud gay couple. It was very remarkable for daytime television, but she slept with a man, the slut, the hussy, the whore. Never mind Never mind Rebecca having Manuel's baby on the side, but Rodrigo thinks that it's his. It is all the same formulaic storytelling designed to evoke very specific emotions. That's what it is. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying don't watch it. I'm not saying don't love it. Dude, I fucking love Downton Abbey, and that shit is a goddamn Victoria-era soap opera. But I can at least acknowledge it is what it is and own up to the fact that I know it is what it is. But a lot of people who watch professional wrestling live in this bubble, and it is true, it's a bubble. They live in this bubble where it tends to be very difficult for them at times to separate the personality from the person, right? It is just like that. You know, soap opera fans don't think that the actress playing Deirdre is the same kind of backstabbing harpy in real life. I mean, I'm pretty sure she's a diva in her own ways anyway, but that's more or less what I'm talking about here. That's what I'm talking about, is that whole scenario. All right. So, Rational here, there's no leaked footage. I've already seen it. There's really no leaked footage. They showed it openly. People were recording the screen. I watched it. The Black Adam stuff is, maybe an extra 10 seconds of footage from the trailer, and they showed an exclusive clip where he fucking murders a lot of people, which actually that was pretty cool. But you saw the vast majority of that in the very first clip that dropped in 2021, sorry, the last Fandom, as well as I believe the second trailer. So it's only a couple extra seconds of things, but just you now have context. That's really what it boils down to. So anyway, there's that. So, you know, let's see. RJ here says wrestling fans understand the difference more than they did 20, 30 years ago because the internet killed kayfabe. The internet might have killed kayfabe. The internet, no, actually, fuck that shit. The internet has not killed kayfabe. Not one goddamn bit. All right. Not one goddamn bit. The internet did not kill kayfabe. Kayfabe still very much exists, RJ. And if you believe that the internet killed kayfabe, I have a plot of land on the moon to sell you. Hit me up later on. I'll give you my PayPal deets. I'll sell you a plot of land on the moon. Entirely legal and entirely realistic. Kayfabe is not dead. Anthony here says, let's be honest, the Venom 2 fan events were better. Well, yeah, because the Venom fan event actually showed the fucking movie. They didn't show the movie here, right? Send me a link. All right, I'll send you a link. That's fine. I'll send you a link. There's actually like I said, there's a fair amount of stuff to talk about tonight. We can go into this real quick, but there is a couple other things that I want to get to. And I love RJ. RJ knows I love him. But he's a lost child. He's a lost boy. And this in regards to this shit. Actually, I am going to need RJ to find me what you showed me last night, because I'm going to want to play that because I forgot to get that thing up and running for this event. So find the clip you showed me last night, because folks, there is a person out there who believes I am like the Pied Piper of bullshit. There is a person out there who legitimately stated that I use people in order to make them to bring in the younger demographic. It's pretty funny. Anyway, joining me is RJ. RJ, let's talk about how wrong you are.
Right off the bat, geez. I mean, hello, how was your day? None of that. It's like,
what? I talked to you till like 2:00 in the morning last night, my time. I already know how you're doing. You feel like shit.
I'm doing better today, though, thankfully.
But that's good.
What's up? No, I just came on because there's actually some really cool stuff to talk about. But I had to come in because your take on the wrestling thing, it gives me a brain aneurysm every time.
I'm 100% right. I'm 100% right.
You're right in some aspects, but I think that you miss the point in a couple of key things, right? So, is it true that wrestling fans back in the day couldn't tell the difference between fiction and reality? Yes, it's what made it entertaining for people. Today, people embrace the soap opera aspects because they know that there's a difference between the actual wrestler in the ring and the person in real life. The kayfabe is dead. It was killed by the internet age, okay? It's done for. It's dead. The modern wrestling age, it's very different compared to 20 years ago or 30 years ago. Plus, the fans you're talking about, they're either the old men boomers or like they're just not around anymore, because you're talking about a very, very, very fringe minority of wrestling fans. The majority of wrestling fans today are like in their early to mid 20s or like mid 30s. Like they're like my generation and older, who understand like we watch it for the spectacle and for the entertainment, not necessarily for the actual like. The soap opera stuff is entertaining, of course, but we're like it's like we're watching the soap opera, but we acknowledge that. That's what I think you're missing. We don't deny that reality. We just embrace that. We understand it's fantasy based on like real sports and actions being performed, if that makes sense.
I understand that. We are also joined by Saggy.
I thought RJ retired.
I did retire, but that doesn't mean I can't hang out occasionally.
Dude, you've been hanging out a lot. It's not even really occasionally. Like, you're still in the chat of every live stream, and you were on here last night. It's not really
like that.
I'm also very bored, and there's nothing else to do. So
you're like that old dude that retires but doesn't actually retire because he gets bored, so he gets a job under the table.
You would know about having a job under the table?
What was that supposed to be? Why take a low blows?
Ooh, that's a very interesting choice of word there.
I know. I'm clever when I want to be. Anyways, Wakanda Forever.
You're using your head. That's good.
I'm using your head. $5, by the way. Wakanda Forever. I know we didn't get to yet, but Wakanda Forever.
Actually, there was we can actually start with Wakanda Forever, because I did have that up right here. I do want to spend more time talking about The Rock, but believe me, there's more to talk about in regards to that. So today we got the tickets went on sale. I got my ticket.
By the way, shout out to Samir. Samir messaged me and said, "Hey, do you have your tickets yet?" I said, "No, I don't. I didn't get paid this week." He's like, "Oh, here's $100 gift card to Fandango. Take the family out."
Oh, nice. That's yeah. He messaged me too, actually, asking if I got my tickets, and I was like, and then I immediately I didn't respond. I saw that. I went over to Cinemark. I got my ticket, and then I'm like, okay, thanks. So. I'm excited to see it. I got the trailer queued up here too. I think the posters look really good. What they showed today was great.
The official poster, like this is the 40X poster, the actual official poster. It's going to be like in all the theaters. Like it looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, they're putting a lot of great effort into this. I'm excited to see what they do with it. This is Daredevil real quick here is asking, did anyone see the Blue's Clues movie trailer?
Dude,
yeah, I watched it.
Fire. That's going to be fire. Best movie of the year, Blue's Clues.
I don't know. I felt like I died inside watching it.
It's the Spider-Man No Way Home of Blue's Clues. It's all 3 generations of Blue's Clues hosts teaming up for a big adventure. Come on. That's my fucking childhood, dude.
I mean, he's not wrong, and that's really sad, but he's not wrong that it is all 3 of them. Although, like, you could kind of replace Josh with Tony Hale, and I think at this point nobody could tell the difference. He looks like the whole bald fedora thing is just not working. It looks creepy.
Come on, man.
But no, I get it. I get it. I get it. Balding men are self-conscious about their hair. I have like a dual widow's peak. It's very weird. So I get it.
All get together to sing the Blue's Clues, the song, I will literally lose my mind.
Here's the thing though with the Blue's Clues trailer is that it's definitely aimed for a younger audience.
Well, obviously.
But it also, like, for some reason, the way that it's shot kind of creeps me out. I don't know why. I don't like it when these things that are like generally 2D animated get brought into the 3D world. I think I would personally prefer if they would have kept Blue and everything else, 2D. Like it's like in the SpongeBob movie where they leave Bikini Bottom and come into the real world and they're now 3D animated.
Yeah, but I think that worked better because like they I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I felt like it worked better in that case.
Yeah, Jess, there's a trailer for it. I'm not going to show it, but I already watched. I watched it while I was waiting to start, and Yeah, I
It's
was
movie
not
news,
happy with
though,
that.
Matt. Like, this is
No.
your
I get to
audience.
choose. No, if my
No,
audience is
hold on,
like, we
hold on.
want to watch Blue's Clues, I'm gonna be like, listen,
The
you fuckers
audience-
got to pay me for that
No,
shit.
hold on, though. The audience
right.
here is full of that younger demographic, like my age. So you should really appeal to these viewers.
Oh, really? So do you want to pull up that clip real quick? Do you want to find that clip from last night to kind of touch upon your little point here?
Oh, we can get to that later. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, there's a person on another streaming network here that apparently is not a big fan of mine, which doesn't surprise me, and made a very interesting comment about me and RJ. Actually,
I got brought up for some reason. It was really weird.
Yeah. Like I'm the Pied Piper. It's kind of a weird thing. Kind of a weird approach to it, but it is funny. Anyway, so I guess everyone's kind of bitching about the trailer. So let's take a look here at the Wakanda Forever trailer. Because I'm not gonna lie, it didn't really wow me. This new one didn't really wow me very much.
Really?
Yeah, it looked cool. The action was there, everything was there. But what got me predominantly was the fact that there was like it didn't have the emotional impact. And it almost feels like the emotional impact that made the first trailer great is kind of losing its interest. It's like losing itself with this one.
But I think it's purposeful. I think this one's meant to be more like a story trailer. Like explain, okay, who's the villain? What's the story? Let's go. Like let's actually focus on the actual core. Of the
But there's really not.
Yeah.
Well, and again though, but on that front, who's the villain? That does get established. But as for what's the story, this still didn't answer that. I don't believe it answered that.
Did. I mean, we'll get into it, but I think it did for the most part.
Hey, what's up? Louis Hernandez here says, I seriously love this channel. Thank you, Louis. Really appreciate it. And thank you for being a member. Thank you very much for that. Bros. I talked about Bros last night, James, but on my TikTok, I have a 3-minute video explaining why I think Billy Eichner fucked up by doing what he did about Bros, as well as explaining why I think certain people didn't show up to go see it. And anyway, so here is the trailer for Wakanda Forever.
Only the most broken people can be great leaders.
His people did not call him general or king. They called him Kukul Khan, the feather serpent god. Killing him will risk eternal war.
He's coming for the surface world.
We know what you whisper. They have lost their protector. Now is our time to strike. Show them who we are.
Yeah, that
Whoa.
trailer is freaking awesome.
That trailer is fire. Like, oh my god, I get so emotional when I watched it. I'm watching.
I mean,
it,
listen,
I'm like,
the first trailer's still the best
Oh.
trailer, but like this one's still really, really good.
well, at least we got confirmation. Black Panther
Black
is female.
Panda.
I don't know. I'm tired. Black Panther is female.
I just want to know who Black Panda is. This is like a great character.
Kung Fu
You
Panda
look
4,
like-
man.
Yeah, let's go. No, I mean, listen, I think what really blew me away with this trailer, watching multiple times, is the attention to detail. Like Namor, for example. So he has like the wings and stuff, right? You know what animal he's moving like? He's moving like a hummingbird. The hummingbird is an animal that's most famous in the Central America region. So I'd love that attention to detail. You have when Angela Bassett says, "Show us who you are," and he says it to T'Challa right before he fights M'Baku in the first movie. That attention to detail as well. Like, dude, like Angela Bassett looks like she's gonna carry this movie. Like, she looks amazing in this. Like, she's like doing like some of the best work she's ever done. Period. Like, end all be all. I think this looks absolutely extraordinary. Like, this looks like top tier, not just comic movies, blockbuster in general. Like, this is operating at like a totally different level.
See, I find the trailer, it looks action packed, but it looks generic at the same time. I also don't have a connection to Namor just as a character. So any bit with that, like what I asked myself after watching this movie earlier was like, does this movie establish who the bad guy is, at least who we believe the bad guy is going to be, which is supposed to be Namor, but obviously whoever the humans are that they're fighting, the ones with machine guns that really on in the trailer, that's going to be the main threat. And, or Doctor Doom's going to show up as has been speculated. I have no idea.
If that's the case, my God. This movie
Max is showing up?
If no,
No,
that's
no.
no, that would be
He's the
Cufter
stunt
Doom.
double. He's the stunt double.
He's the fluffer. He's the fluffer. He'll be like, is Hulk in this movie? Apparently he wasn't.
I mean,
He's
listen,
getting-
I don't have the biggest connection to Namor either as a character. He's not one of my favorites. But the way that they're portraying and using him, it's like so awesome. Like the translation from page to screen. Like, I gotta give him props because they made him a total badass. Like, he looks awesome. Like, he looks
No, he does look cool. He does look cool. There was an interesting pushback today from some people on Twitter about that were saying that he doesn't look anything like the character. I think it was.
Yeah. No, I get. No, it's because they changed it because again they're using the Mayan Central America influence for Atlantis or Talocan or whatever they're calling it. So
Yeah,
because they're trying to distinguish it from Aquaman, basically. So they're trying to infuse it with the Central America Mayan influence to like make it distinct for this movie and this world, which I'm cool with. I'm fine with that.
yeah. Well, here's my question: what did you think of the little bit we saw with Ironheart?
I will say this, okay? I don't like this character at all. I've never liked this character in the comics. I think that she sucks. I think she's a really bad character and badly written. It looks like she looks nothing like the comic book version in terms of her story or what they're doing with her, but that makes me actually very happy. It looks like they said, let's actually make a good character. It's actually fun to watch. I'm like, thank you. Make me excited.
We'll see if they pull that one off.
They killed off Iron Man, so they needed to do something with that. It seems like what Marvel's doing is they're taking, since they've killed off a lot of the iconic characters, they're just like, hey, we're gonna just replace them with other people. And instead of having Iron Man, we got Ironheart. Instead of Captain America, we have Captain Falcon. So I mean,
Captain Falcon. His name's
Falcon.
Captain America. What the hell?
No, it's Captain Falcon.
That's racist, Saggy.
That's actually what racists call it.
I mean, they are replacing all the dead Avengers with black people. Someone had to say it. It's true, though. They are. Iron Man is now a black chick. Captain America is now a black guy. I'm just saying. I might go full geeks and gamers on this one.
Well, at least you're not as bad as Nerdrotic, who today said, "Oh, I can't see Namor. Where's Namor?" It was so bad, even Robert Meyer Burnett called him out on the John Campion show today. Believe it or not.
Oh wow, I didn't know about that. See, that's the thing. But in regards to those guys, it's like I keep saying, they put out these terrible takes on Twitter because it has zero impact on YouTube. Like really, it has zero impact on their YouTube. People just call them out on Twitter and they use it for content. It's all done by design. It really is. It's not like Doomcock being asked if he would debate me and then going running the other direction.
Yeah.
Real quick though, I do want to get this one here. Command unit here says hummingbirds are so common here, I forget they are rare in other regions of the world. I have one outside my window right now.
Yeah, I mean that's true. It's just that the hummingbird, they're using like the way he moves because again, in Central America, the hummingbird was a symbol, a very important symbol. So like the hummingbird is like the influence here, and like the panther, etc. I thought that was kind of cool. The thing I was going to ask you, like both of you, we're all in agreement though. The Black Panther at the end of the trailer, Shuri, right?
Yeah.
It was already pretty much talked about that it was gonna be Shuri for like the longest time, and then the controversy happened, so everyone was like, "We don't know anymore." But this kind of confirmed it. It's most likely Shuri. I mean,
I agree that it's going to be Shuri.
Do we like
it's a
that?
female.
Like that?
Well, she becomes Black Panther in the comics only for a limited time though, and they're going to end up recasting. I still think they should have like given it to M'Baku. I think that's kind of what people generally wanted, was him to be the successor, even though Shuri technically is like next in line.
The weird thing is that nobody. Okay, so I don't like bringing up the leak culture, the scooper culture, but like no one is really in agreement because for the longest time people said, "Oh, it's Shuri," right? But then people are saying, "Well, it's Shuri, but it's somebody else at the end of the movie," or "It's Shuri, but she's only temporary." Like she's going to be replaced.
Well, so when Shuri,
agreement.
So whenever like right here when she lands, you see the purple, which to me indicates the flower. So they've obviously grown more because remember they were all done. They had no more at the end of the last movie, so they've been able to figure it out. And then we get this shot here. Now there's white on the mask. And Spherical Man here does say that it's Angela Bassett, but that she looks a little bit too thin, a little bit too slender.
That's not Angela Bassett.
To be Angela Bassett. That's definitely Letitia Wright.
It would be Shuri. Yeah, it would be.
I mean,
Shuri.
like, look, I'm not trying to like. You can look at her frame here, and she's thin. She's got a thin frame. That is definitely Letitia Wright. Because if you look at Lupita Nyong'o has got a fuller frame. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
Where it's like she's
Brokey
different body type.
She's thick.
Right.
Just say
I ain't knocking it. That's all I'm saying.
Baku doesn't worship the panther god. He worships the ape god. So he can't that's not part of his character.
Also, somebody in the chat did point out the dots on the helmet. That is something that we've seen Shuri have on her head as well. So that is something that was observed. So I think it's safe to say it's Shuri. And on top of that, we saw Shuri. And we saw Shuri. No, that was Riri. Never mind. I thought that was Shuri. Never mind. I thought that was Shuri working on something, but that was Riri.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with Ironheart. I agree with RJ. I've never been a fan of the character, but I'm curious to see how they adapt it. And I think Coogler's got a good eye for this kind of stuff.
Oh, absolutely. So. Yeah. Did you see that the runtime got confirmed to be 2 hours, 42 minutes?
And I have a theory about that, to be honest with you. I think the feedback to Doctor Strange and Thor: Love and Thunder both clocking in at around the 2 hour mark, when they should have easily been longer, and they could have been longer. I think that had something to do with this decision. I think Chapek reversed course. I really do. I think Chapek reversed course. Because that
or this movie has bargaining power. Because like we're not going to mess with this movie. This is a sequel to what our Oscar-winning superhero movie.
Well, Oscar-winning to some extent, but also Oscar, best film nominated. Although this one could have a very good shot at actually making a run for that this time around. And I think Kevin Feige ain't fucking around. And to be fair, and I know this might sound bad, but to be fair, it's like think about it in regards to all that shit. What you have got is you've got a situation where your lead actor from the last movie has passed away. The fans are devastated. This movie honors that person's legacy within this franchise, as well as building outward, and is going to. Angela Bassett very much looks like she's gunning for best actor, for our best actress.
Best supporting actress for sure. For sure.
I mean, they might run best actress because she seems like the female lead of the movie.
Angela Bassett has a very
but I don't
good
think
resume.
they're not gonna push Letitia Wright as the female lead. Hell, you've barely seen Letitia Wright in anything. Even Lupita Nyong'o's character has been kind of relegated to the back. It's very, very much about.
Which is weird because both of them are in the movie way more than Angela Bassett.
Well, I mean, it makes
Maybe.
sense to have Angela Bassett be like a focus point because, I mean, like our attention to details, usually when a parent loses their child, it is on the parent to deal with the burdens of like that loss and be the matriarch of the family. So it makes sense having Angela Bassett being the queen, losing a child. We still don't know how. I'm actually interested to hear, or at least interested to see how they write off T'Challa, like how they write the passing, how they explain that. Because I mean, I think it's great. Because somebody actually asked me in my chat when I talked a little bit about Black Wakanda Forever. Somebody anonymously asked me, they said, "Do you think that they kind of like manipulated our emotions with the whole death of Chadwick in the trailer?" And I was like, absolutely not. I think what they've done is they honored Chadwick in a way because, like I've always said, you know, people don't remember that Chadwick was filming Black Panther 1 while he was fighting cancer. And I think that that's another reason why they didn't want to recast, because of all that dedication he put into that character. I think that the way they did the trailer and the way they're honoring him is beautiful. And even though I know people want him to be recasted, you know, T'Challa's character to be recasted, I think that we will eventually get that, but just in a different universe when they're ready to do that. So I think that they're.
Well, did you guys read at all? I'm just curious. Did you guys read at all the Entertainment Weekly article that came out this morning alongside the trailer?
I did not.
Okay. I really recommend that you guys take a read of that eventually whenever you get the chance, even if it's not like for a stream, because like I honestly think that the argument that they made within that article talking about this movie, how it was constructed, was really compelling and heartfelt. And I think that they explained why they came to the decision they did and why it makes sense for this movie. The whole movie, the central core of the film is grief. Like, this movie is the grieving process for Ryan Coogler on how he's going to deal with the loss of Chadwick. Because he said in the article, I almost quit making movies because of what happened. I was done until I realized I can make a movie where I honor this man that I loved. So,
yeah, no, I definitely, I read that quote. I did read that quote and everything else, you know. But here's the thing. When I talk about the idea about Black Panther making a serious ass run for Best Picture, something else happened today. I mean, look, here at the end of it, I want to move on to something else real quick, but I do want to see Black Panther. I got my tickets for it. I'm very excited. You know, definitely going to be enjoying that one when it comes out. God damn, a month.
Yeah,
I'm super pumped for it. But I did only mainly come on to talk about Wakanda Forever because I'm exhausted, and I was like, I was gonna watch and fall asleep, but I was like, Wakanda Forever, so I came on. So I'll dip before you guys get the next subject.
Well,
but yes.
actually, well, no, Saggy, I want to get your take on this next thing real quick. All right,
Okay,
I want to get your take on this next thing. So, Emancipation. This got confirmed to be coming out theatrically and on December 9th. On Apple TV Plus.
And apparently it's really, 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 really good. Like,
yeah,
really
well,
good. Like they're saying it's Antoine Fuqua's best movie since Training Day.
Yeah, and I fucking love Training Day, and I think Antoine Fuqua is a fantastic director. I think my question here ultimately boils down to the idea of are audiences ready for more Will Smith? Are they ready to move past what happened?
Yeah, come on, like, yeah,
I don't think this movie is going to be a true test though, because this is going to be on streaming and in theater, so it's not a true test.
Well, it's not. It is going to be a true test theatrically to see people show up for that thing. But my question, though, when I talk about the Oscars, I talk about the idea of the Oscars. What I'm referring to is the concept that this is definitely Oscar bait movie, right? We can agree.
Well, this is meant to be a big Oscar play. Yes,
an Oscar play movie. It's coming out December 9th. That's still an Oscar season. It can still get the recognition. It can still get all that kind of stuff. And it really makes you question just exactly, if audiences are going to come back to it. But I do think that the Academy is going to snub this movie. I do think the Academy is going to snub it. I think the Academy is going to, Will Smith he's barred for 5 years, right? From participating in anything.
Unless this movie is so good that like you can't deny it or like push it away, there's no way it gets nominated for anything crazy. I guarantee it. Unless the movie's that good to where they literally would be embarrassed not to nominate it, they won't.
Yeah, I still very much think that it's going to be a thing with that. We'll have to wait and see if it happens. Brian Hartwell here for 5. Thanks, Ryan. Says, I was introduced to Chadwick Boseman in the movie 42. I'm not into sports, but this movie was really good. I've heard a lot about 42. I've never seen it. I'll need to give that a check out.
Good movie. Really
Thank you very much. Also, I did would skip this one real quick. I'm sorry, Command Unit. He says here, Black Avengers sounds dope though.
They're getting there.
What I'm waiting for is Black Thor, so Blur, right? When we get,
It's not Heimdall though.
Well, no, I was gonna say
maybe
the only character we might not get, because I mean we already have Black Panther, so if we have a Black Widow, that'd be too much on the nose. So I think Black Widow will still stay white. But I will say this on the Will Smith thing. Like I see people in the chat, and I get what y'all say, but like, shit, people make mistakes. Celebrities do it all the time. Chris, like somebody said in the chat, Chris Rock was like, I'm not a victim. It is what it is. I've let it go. Like Chris Rock was the one that was embarrassed, humiliated, and assaulted on live television. He's not bothered by it. I'm not bothered by it. I'm sure him and Will Smith handled things behind the scenes. Chris Rock, literally that entire event, that ordeal that happened, literally made Chris Rock probably the most money he was probably not going to make he was going to make money, but he made even more after that slap happened. Again, Will Smith makes mistakes. Everyone does. If y'all aren't willing to forgive somebody for making a mistake, like, I'm sorry, y'all are really tough to not forgive people. Like, y'all, it's just crazy. Like, he did it. It's over. I think people are ready to move on. Some people are going to hold on to it because they have nothing else better in their lives to do, and they're probably miserable inside, because I think everyone is entitled for forgiveness, as long as they're trying to, grow. And Will Smith did his apology. People thought it was bullcrap. I saw it. I was like, listen, sometimes people will snap. They're gonna lose themselves and make mistakes. So, like,
I still put it on Jada. I'm sorry.
Right, but either way, my point being is
he fucked up. He fucked up, but she definitely
Right, but I mean, overall, like, he's a great talent. He's a very good actor. Having this one instant ruin it for you, it just makes no sense. Like I said, he made a mistake. Well, you can move on. Shit happens. People fucking slap people in life. You shouldn't, but it happens. So,
what I'm curious about is ultimately going to be whether or not the general audiences come back. I think a lot of people probably will, but I mean, if it was Bad Boys 4, it'd be a little bit different than Emancipation. Emancipation seems like it's running the same line as The Pursuit of Happiness.
Or 12 Years a Slave.
12. Well, no. I'm talking Will Smith movies, right? I'm talking Will Smith movies, because I did go see 12 Years a Slave in theaters, and I thought it was really good. I did laugh out loud when I saw Brad Pitt show up, because I'm all like, "There's Canadian Jesus," and because I'm all like, I'm like, Brad Pitt's gonna be the white savior of the movie, dude. He produced it. It makes all the sense in the world, and I was right. Still love the movie. My God, I mean, great performances across the board, and everything, but. The idea here, though, is that I think because you look at Will Smith and his run at trying to win Best Actor, you had Pursuit of Happiness, you had Concussion, you had King Richard, which did ultimately give him the win, and then now something with Emancipation, that's going to be a big thing as well. So he's still trying to get he's what he's got to do is just kind of go low, keep his head down for a little while. And then if a studio comes along and they offer him a lowball offer on a big ticket action movie, go and fucking do it. But not like, what was that one he did with Ang Lee, Gemini Man? That was just apparently like terrible.
I never saw it, but I heard like the critics hated it, but audiences thought it was okay.
I didn't see it.
I kind of agree with Anthony. Like, the truth, like, I feel like if it was a new Bad Boys movie, a Wild Wild West 2, or like one of his like top performing movies that the fans absolutely love, like a new Men in Black, like those type of franchises, like if they were to make sequels of those, I guarantee you everyone been like, slap who? We gonna go see Will Smith. Like, ain't nobody really, like I said, if people are really caring that much about Will Smith slapping somebody.
People say they're gonna boycott or like act a certain way,
right?
but when it's too good to ignore, they won't.
Right. In the heat of the moment, it's like the rage is real, but then it's like, dude, shit. People, like I said, actors do dumb shit. They make mistakes. He slapped a man. Okay, it's not the end of the world, and Chris Rock wasn't bothered by it, so nobody else should. He's the one who got assaulted. I love it when people get like super upset about something that didn't affect them, like, oh, how he shouldn't have done that, but it happened to Chris Rock.
Well, it's not so much that it didn't affect them. I think one of the things people don't really seem to remember about this is that what you have to remember is ultimately he ended up getting, like, he slapped him on TV, and then got absolutely he really got like a slap on the wrist for it. But he did commit, fucking actual.
Well, it didn't help that the rap party was dancing and laughing.
Yeah. It didn't look good on any front. So I'm that's kind of where I'm at with it personally.
The thing is, when I covered this, there was extra footage shown that people were ignoring, which is like after the slap happened, you can see him talking to Chris Rock. Like he was talking to Chris Rock after.
No, you can't. Yes, no, because he didn't talk to Chris Rock afterward. He didn't talk to Chris Rock after. No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't. He talked to Tyler Perry. He talked to Denzel Washington.
Matt, there is video footage of him with his arms. It was Chris Rock.
It wasn't Chris Rock. It was because I covered the fuck out of that when it happened, and he never talked to Chris Rock. Yes, if you're talking about the commercial break where he spoke with Denzel and Bradley Cooper and a few other people that were in the front row there that were basically just kind of like, giving him, like, I don't want to say props, but like cajoling him or whatever. But he did not talk to Chris Rock.
He did talk to Chris Rock.
He did not talk to Chris Rock.
He did talk to Chris Rock.
He did not.
He did. We'll fight over that.
Kenneth Williams here says Matt is right. Caden here says Will Smith talked to Denzel, Tyler Perry, and Bradley Cooper.
He talked to Chris Rock.
King of the Gold says show us the footage.
I'm looking for it. Relax.
Yeah, look it up. Look it up, and then I'm gonna want you to apologize.
I ain't apologizing for shit. I'll slap you like Chris Rock got slapped.
Yeah, Rational says they were coddling Will Smith. They really were. Dieter here says he did not. Kenneth says
they were definitely.
They coddled the fuck out of it, and that actually bothered me too. Like, and then he had like but when he gave that fucking speech and he's all like, I talked to Denzel a minute ago, and it's all like, oh, and Regina Hall, right.
Well, the thing that's crazy too, right, is that you're right, but like not only was the slap a thing, him swearing on air, because like I know they have a bleeping thing, but like him swearing on air was not good too. The FCC probably did not care for that either.
Well, we only really know about it because of someone was watching it in Australia.
Yeah,
and was able to get it without the bleep.
They don't censor anything in Australia.
Yeah, but they bleeped it here in the States, and so that's how we got the footage. Which is one of the reasons why I absolutely feel that the FCC in many ways needs to just like fucking like go fuck you. You can say what you want. Who gives a shit? No one cares. It is what it is. But Spherical Man is agreeing with me, saying I'm not right on a lot of stuff. Reinhardt will hear Will Smith. I did not hit him. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit him. I did not. Oh, hi, Chris. Actually, hold on. Wait. Wait. Here we go.
What?
This is for Ryan.
Oh my God.
Yes, buddy. Here we go. Woo! There we go. I'm trying my hand at getting some sound drops.
Get a soundboard like normal YouTubers.
No, because I don't have a sound. Well, I mean, I might be able to. You can actually connect your Stream Deck to StreamYard, and I have a Stream Deck. I gotta set it up. Anyway, okay. Now that we basically realized they're full of shit, because you are full of shit on this. I'm sorry, you are. You're 100%
not full of shit. I'm looking for the fucking clip. God damn it! I don't know where it is.
Because it didn't.
I think
happen.
It was on Twitter. Yes, it did happen.
No,
I fucking covered it. I have to find the video.
This, much like the female orgasm, is massively a myth.
Yeah, you think it's a myth because you can't fucking make a woman orgasm.
You don't even know that reference. You don't even know that reference.
I'm doing research. Shut up.
No, you are.
I'm literally looking through my videos because I can't find the original video. I think it was posted on Twitter when I saw it. It does exist because I fucking covered it. Oh, whatever. You're a little bitch. I hope your genitals
Taylor
fall
says
off
Jarbo
tonight.
pulling an RTU. Oh, he's not. Yeah, he's not the only one that's got the thing there. Yes, right. Ashura, take the L. King Golden State. TikTok, Saggy TikTok.
I don't
Man,
care.
you're
I'm
wrong.
not
The
taking
crowd,
the crowd,
120
I don't give
people
a
right
fuck
now
what you little bitches
are
think in the
looking
chat.
at
Suck
you,
my dick.
and they are like
Suck my
122
dick.
now. Oh my God, it's going
Suck
up,
my
Saggy. It's
big,
increasing.
fat cock.
It's increasing with how much you
too,
are currently being
Jarbo.
owned right now.
I don't give a fuck.
It hasn't been legal to own people this bad since 1865. You are
I just gotta find
seriously.
the clip that I did.
Wow. Okay.
Well, we were talking about emancipation.
Yes, we were talking about meditation. What the fuck?
I'm gonna watch it though. I'm gonna watch it.
What's it about? I don't even know what it's about. Can you at least
It's
explain
emancipation. What the fuck you think it's about? Will Smith in a movie about emancipation. Jesus Christ. Do you know the Emancipation Proclamation?
I'm asking about the. Oh, that's what it's about.
Oh my fucking God.
I told you I was tired.
What do you not
I'm
know?
listening.
Like when you see the word emancipation, like nothing.
I'm
rings
doing
a bell in
multiple
that head.
things right now. I'm looking for this clip in one of my streams because I know it was on Twitter when I saw it. Y'all motherfuckers are clowning me
All right,
already while I'm still looking for the fucking video.
Thomas,
Wow.
okay, Thomas here says I found the video. You found Will Smith and Chris Rock talking. Okay, well DM it to me on Twitter.
Okay, so awesome fact about this movie. This movie is going to co-star both Ben Foster.
All right, if you guys are gonna be fucking cunts, like relax. Don't be a fucking cunt.
Who's being
You know
seen
who I'm
next
talking
Tuesday.
to. You know,
I don't know who
look
you're
at the chat. Don't be a fucking cunt. Now, I'm sorry, I said it multiple times. You're gonna get demonetized. Don't be a fucking bitch. There we go. I gotta get that C word out of my vocabulary.
So awesome news about this movie. This movie is going to co-star Ben Foster, but also Stephen Ogg, who played Trevor in Grand Theft Auto 5.
Nice,
Wait,
nice. I'm excited for that.
Movie. So the premise is, after nearly being whipped to death, an enslaved person named Peter escapes from a Louisiana plantation, outwitting cold-blooded hunters as he makes his way north, where he ends up joining the Union Army. The film is based on the true story of Gordon. Photographs of his bare back, heavily scorched from overseer's whippings, were published worldwide in 1863, giving the abolitionist movement proof of the cruelty of American slavery. So it's based on the real-life story of Gordon, a.k.a. Whipped Peter. So there you go.
There you go. Yeah. There you have it. I mean, it's gonna be. I think Fuqua is a great director. Will Smith is a great actor. I'm curious to see how this plays out. But at the same time, clearly, Saggy has run out of that. She said she's tired. We'll give her. Kenneth here says somebody get Saggy some milk. I don't know why. I don't know.
How about you get it from your mom's? I'll get it from your mom's titty. Tell her to call me.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for that, Kenneth. Appreciate that. There you go. Thomas here says Will Smith looks like he's sitting on a toilet. He's got that determined look, that 1,000-yard stare when you're really trying to work it out. So, Ashura says finally Matt owns Saggy. Now show RJ your tatas. Was that a deal that we had? I don't remember that deal.
I have no idea.
I don't remember that.
I mean, listen, what the fuck?
I don't know. Speaking of tatas, how's your OnlyFans doing? Is it doing better now that you're unemployed? Have you been able to play that up a little bit?
No.
Like, I'm out of a job. Look at my titties.
No, I don't do all that.
You know what? Here's the thing with that, though. I fully suspect, right? My speculation is you'll do very well in that, right? Like, give it like 6 months from now, and like we won't hear from you for a while. Like where's Saggy? Oh my God, where'd she go? And you'll come back and you'll just be like, yo, I'm making like $80K a month on my OnlyFans right now. And then RJ will be like, what? And then you'll be like, I'm going to pay for you to come be my bitch. And then RJ's like, okay. And then he goes, and then you guys can.
RJ's my bitch for free. I don't got to pay him.
No, but if you want to get him there, you got to pay him.
Also, y'all talk about y'all talk about that clapback. I literally said I was tired. I don't give a fuck. Y'all are being a bunch of F-stars. Knock it off. Stop being a bunch of
All right.
F-slurs.
Clearly, we've aggravated Saggy, so let's move on.
Yes,
to that.
I'm
There's other-
trying to look at a
keep
goddamn
okay. Keep
goddamn
looking.
clip.
Keep looking. There's other things to
Motherfuckers
talk
are
about.
impatient.
For one, today has been 14 years since Star Wars: The Clone Wars premiered on Cartoon Network. And what's funny about this is that none of these shots are from the first season of Clone Wars.
Nope, not a single one.
And
but
you
hey,
can come.
Wait, what?
Well, the first season of Clone Wars had a lesser style to it.
well,
right,
also it was during its infancy. A lot of the stories weren't exactly remarkable. It didn't really hit its strides until season 3. I want to say.
I will say though. Well, any way you want to slice it, the season one finale.
Season 1 finale, Cad Bane. Yes, yeah,
Yeah, because it was like Die Hard in the Senate building. It was just like amazing. Love that episode.
Sorry, you guys are talking about Darth Maul while I was typing in my search because I was typing in my videos to find the clip. So I was typing in I was trying to type in Saggy Melon's Will Smith Oscars, but while you guys were talking, I typed in Saggy Melon's Darth Maul, and videos actually popped up.
You got problems, girl.
This is what happens when I'm tired.
Yeah. Also, this shot I love from the series finale. They did such a good job with the series finale of the Clone Wars. It's such a good show. Can't wait for Bad Batch. New episodes drop in January. Tales of the Jedi comes out this month, doesn't it? Later on this month.
RJ, that's your cue.
That's your cue.
Yeah, sorry. I was looking at that. No, I mean, listen, this was a great episode. I mean, listen, honestly, like the ending of Clone Wars, I'm just so happy they brought the show back because I remember when it came back, it's like, oh, this is so great. This is like at the peak of the Kathleen Kennedy hate era. I'm like, the show wouldn't be back unless she approved it, right? It's like, no, we don't care.
She pulled Dave Filoni off of Star Wars Resistance to finish this thing up.
And that was a great decision because
Resistance is not as bad as you.
It's not bad, but like, come on, the final season
is the thing, yeah. Taylor says the video she's looking for is over by the 12,000 Georgia votes from 2020. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know politics, so I don't get the reference. So I mean,
yeah, no, I know.
But I don't.
I know that Tales comes out this year. I was asking when it comes out, and Phil TMNT here. Thank you, Phil.
Oh,
says October 27th. Yeah. That's what it was. No, Resistance isn't okay. Resistance starts out kind of because, like, again, it's a kid show, but as the season progresses, it does pretty good.
It's like it feels like it's for like really little kids, though. That's the problem.
It's not for really little kids.
It feels like it though.
It's not like fucking Muppet Babies Star Wars edition.
Sometimes it feels like that, dude. I'm sorry.
No, dude, it gets pretty dark down the road. Like it's not. I like it. I thought it was pretty good. Okay, it says Ashura says, why do all animated series are stuck on Clone Wars? Because it's a very interesting time, and it's really like people want Jedis and they want wars. And the Clone Wars is kind of like
pretty much
the war.
Right. Also, that era is all you could ask for. Like you mentioned Jedi, you got clone troopers who like
politics, political intrigue, assassins, Cad Bane.
Hunters,
yeah, all sorts of shit.
It has everything, really.
Yeah.
So.
It is. Yeah, it really did. And it has some, oh my God, like some great storytelling, some fucking fantastic action. But then Command Unit brings up Star Wars Resistance, says Ezra is a cringe machine. In the beginning, a little, but like he gets better by the end.
I thought we were talking about Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller is absolutely a cringe machine, but I don't feel like listening to Saggy go off for like 40 minutes about how Ezra's innocent, which was trending today for some reason. I didn't even click on it. I don't even care.
It was his birthday recently.
So, you mean their birthday, Saggy? Don't be transphobic on my stream.
I don't give a fuck. I'm tired. I don't give a fuck anymore.
Or wait, is it like? Hold on, quick question. Okay, so Ezra identifies as non-binary.
Yes.
So, but do you transition to non-binary? Because Ezra still dresses physically mostly as a male, and then as far as I understand it, it only has intercourse with at least biological females.
Call Ezra an it?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you did. I was like, what the fuck? You're calling Ezra
no.
Miller an it?
No.
Like we're just like not. It's just the creature.
No. Well, no. I mean they them absolutely. It's a question that I have because I honestly don't know how that works. It's very confusing. The mystic arts of the LGBT community very very mystifying.
Well, supposedly Ezra's also okay with he pronouns, but apparently people are saying that's not the case. So I don't know.
Well, there was a time where Ezra had said that they were okay with he, him pronouns. And then apparently another article I saw said that Ezra rescinded that particular declaration. So it becomes very confusing.
Especially when, like, before something was okay, now it's not. Just like,
It's
okay,
very, very confusing. I have no idea what's going on anymore. But anyway, and Brandon here makes a great point about Star Wars Resistance. Just because it's a kid's show doesn't mean that adults can't enjoy it too.
Oh, no, dude. I 100% agree with that. I'm a big proponent of that as someone who likes cartoons and animated series. But, in my opinion, I don't think Resistance is well written enough for most adults to
How
get
much of the show did
it.
you watch, though?
About like 3/4 of the first season. And I was like,
you have to admit, though, the way that they did the fights, the fighter jet animations.
Oh yeah,
like
that
was
actually,
really well done.
Yeah. That stuff was cool. It's just like the plot and the characters I just couldn't get into, to be honest. So
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Caden here says if a female finds out they're non-binary, they can go through surgery if they want a reduction to the chest. But I don't know about male to non-binary. Yeah, it's so weird. I don't even know. Anyway, we don't need to dwell on Ezra Miller and Ezra's identification because whatever. We are going to apparently find out more tomorrow morning about an update finally on the long gestating Spawn movie directed by Todd McFarlane, the creator of the franchise.
If they're smart,
that's still happening.
Well,
apparently,
yes. But here's the thing: if they're smart, the update should be this. Todd McFarlane is no longer directing; it's going to Netflix or HBO Max. That should be the smart update.
I think having Todd direct is fine. He can direct. I feel
come
like
on, though. Do you really want him to direct, or want an actual experienced director on this? Though that's the question.
It's his baby. That's the thing.
I understand
it's his baby.
The movie, like, you know what the movie is, right? It's like a bunch of detectives walking around, me like, "Oh, Spawn real? Oh." This is like,
is that what the movie? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like, it's like really cheap.
I mean,
shit.
dude, but the thing is, RJ, I saw Spawn back in '97, day one in theaters. You know, that movie ain't great, but that soundtrack was fire.
I'm just saying, like, it's not really a Spawn movie. It's more like about the detectives investigating.
Well, Spawn. but even the HBO Spawn series was very dry. It was very slow, very dry. And it wasn't like it, you know, if I recall correctly, it's been a while since I've seen it. I would not mind watching it again. But it wasn't like, you know, as hardcore in your face as you would expect things today to be. H Barts here says, thank you, H Barts, by the way. Rings of Power is great. Sorry, just had to say it again. Hey man, I've been waiting to drop this one, but today confirmed Rings of Power season 2 starts production. So it wasn't canceled for being woke. It wasn't destroyed by the last alliance of the nerds.
Matt, you know how it works. They're only continuing the show out of spite.
Sure. Yeah, they're Anyway. But there's been so many conflicting reports about who they're, you know, because like, and I said this before, even before the show came out. I'm like, they're gonna pit House of the Dragon versus Rings of Power. And I am behind on House of the Dragon. I'll admit that, but I'm loving the fuck out of Rings of Power, dude. Like, I'm loving the hell out of that show, and it does appear that a lot of other people are as well. Again, it's growing, RJ. It's growing. The conversation on Twitter is growing more positive. The conversation on Reddit has been positive, and I think people on YouTube that get around to it will eventually start kind of having those conversations. TikTok is definitely positive about it. And I'm very happy to see more of the show. So, because what I love is I got into it with Vito Gasoldi the other day, and he's like, "Why isn't Galadriel likable?" You know, and I'm just like, "Because she's not supposed to be." And I got no response back, but I'm like, her character is not meant to be likable, like not at all.
I would have responded to Vito. We probably think that because she's not 14-year-old.
Why isn't she likable? I don't know. She didn't star in Cuties. Like, what the fuck?
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Oh, stop. Vito can take a joke. He's been doing this stream called the Fireball, and it's basically a roast battle, and that's all they had on him is saying that. So I thought that was funny.
Oh man, I wouldn't mind doing something like that. That'd be kind of fun.
The Fireball
I said that to you. Yes, that's why I told you, Matt.
No, he thought it was a drink. I think he thought it was a drink.
Oh, I thought it was a drink because it's cinnamon liqueur.
No, well, I mean that's also the Fireball, but no, it's a stream
Oh,
called.
I didn't know. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, yes,
I did not know.
Oh,
Okay.
my bad.
I would
should
do
have
that. Yeah.
elaborated.
Yeah. I'm like, I thought you meant booze. I'm like, because we were talking about liquor at the time, I think.
Oh,
Or I'd
was
mentioned I don't
fun.
drink, and everything else. Or you might have mentioned it at that point. But no, it's no, that'd be kind of fun to do. You know, I definitely enjoy all that stuff. Ralph's Double Tits here says Vito loves cuties with his homie Mr. Girl. Mr. Girl is a weird individual.
That guy creeps me out. That guy legit creeps
That
me
guy,
out.
that guy
Mr.
is
Girl guy legit.
he is very much like an Andy Clifton type character or Tony Clifton type character. So if you know that Andy Kaufman, right, had Andy Kaufman the weirdo, and then he had Tony Clifton the persona, the alter persona. Mr. Girl very much is in that alter persona.
He's just weird too.
But I
saw.
saw his cuties review, and like it made me physically uncomfortable. And then after I got done watching it, I was like, oh yeah, that's his point. That was the point he was going for, and I get it, but I'm still like, yeah. But I mean, again, I'm not getting involved in like so much of that other shit. I've been avoiding a lot of the online politics stuff, mostly because it's fun, but it's like it's very consuming. Let's see. H bars for 5 bones. Thanks, buddy. Says having a Twitter war on Rings of Power with Austin and Bradley. LOL, no hate. I mean, look. Here's what I'll say about that. Love Austin, love Bradley. Got no issue with either.
What the hell's going on?
Bradley like thinks the show is shit, and Bradley thinks everything is shit. So Austin has then started basically saying everything is shit. It's one of those scenarios where you've got the dominant personality in the relationship impacting the opinion of the non-dominant subordinate personality in the relationship. It happens in relationships. Like, I mean, that's not even really a criticism. It happens in relationships.
Bradley's
where
a
it's
harsh
like,
critic. That's true.
But the
Bradley's
thing
a
is
very
though,
harsh critic.
I saw like Bradley lost his shit at She-Hulk twerking. Like it, like, and so much so that like he actually like protected his tweets and like left Twitter.
A lot of people did. A lot
of people need to fucking grow the fuck up. Like that's the reality of it. You know,
I don't disagree. I'm
if
just saying, like, it
you-
wasn't just one person.
No. It wasn't just one person. I can name at least 4 off the top of my head that I know personally that lost their shit at that. And I'm like, I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. Like, since when does like a sitcom that's not meant to be taken seriously, that makes that abundantly clear from the get-go? It's a fourth wall breaking female lawyer show that's kind of in the vein of Ally McBeal from over 20 years ago. It's pretty self-fucking explanatory. But all of these people, for some reason, are just wildly furious at the fact that she clapped her cheeks together. What would have been funnier is it would have been if she would have clapped her cheeks together and it would have kind of done a little fart queef sort of thing. But it would have been like at the first episode when she was clapping and the sound blast knocked the Hulk down. What if she twerked, it clapped her cheeks and it shot out an air blast and knocked down Megan Thee Stallion? That would have been fucking fire. I would have laughed my ass off at that. And it would have been in the vein of the show.
Okay.
Which also, by the way, is this last episode is really good.
I like this week. I like this past episode. It's much better than episode 6.
So, you know, death by snoo is the way to go. There you go. Shogun Order here says, I don't get your humor at all. You're here a lot. I don't get how you don't get my humor at this point. You're here a lot.
Well, that's also the issue too, man. A lot of people just don't find the show funny. So it's just like if you don't find a comedy funny, you're not going to be engaged with the show at all.
But
So
isn't
it's also
comedy
an issue,
subjective? So what does it matter?
Well, that's the
comedy's
thing.
very
It's very subjective. That's why it's hard to really say whether or not like something's objectively good or bad when it comes to comedy. 'Cause it's like, well, how do you say like one person likes it because they think it's funny, the other person doesn't think it's funny, so they don't like it as much. Like it's kind of just I don't know.
Yeah, but Caden here says, I bet twerking is terrible and not empowering. It's just like such a ridiculous concept, you know. All right, and then okay, command unit here. I see you, buddy. We'll get to that towards the end. Thank you. Let me just make sure I bring that up. Saggy, why are you timing out Ashura?
Who?
Don't time people out.
Who?
You.
I didn't do nothing.
Yes, you did. I'm looking at it right now. I'm going to remove your mod power. Stop timing people out.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You are full of shit. I can see it. I will take away that mod power.
I did no
It's
such
like
thing.
he's scolding one of his kids right now.
I
It's
did
like,
no
no,
such
put
thing.
the
He
law in
did.
power
He's
now.
like a dog. Bad Saggy.
Bad Saggy. Bad Saggy. You in timeout.
It
Yes, I
happens.
took away your mod power.
It happens. Well, maybe if for sure it wasn't being an F slur, I wouldn't have done that. My fingers.
Maybe just chill out. Maybe chill the fuck out a little bit. Maybe chill.
Nah. Maybe some people need to like get off my dick or suck it or one or the other. Or both. Get on and suck it.
Well, I mean, if you
taste,
tastefully shot that, you could make some money. So
I should do that on my OnlyFans.
Fandom NSL is asking, "Are you ready for the Mario trailer in 2 days?"
God, it's gonna be
Yes.
like
Yes, I'm ready for it.
I'm not ready for it.
I'm ready for it.
Like it's gonna cause like so many bad
Dude,
conversations.
are you
like,
kidding
it's
me?
gonna be insane.
It's Sonic all over again.
Oh, I know.
But with way more bullying power at this point.
But here's the thing, though: will it surprise people and actually be good? That's the real question. Because everyone's expecting it to suck, but what if it's actually good?
Well, okay, so that's an interesting conversation.
Like, what if like Chris Pratt actually sounds like just like Charles Martinet in some miracle? You know,
That's
like
not-
he's like he sounds like amazing as Mario.
They've got to nail that. They've got to absolutely nail the Mario trailer. If they don't nail the Mario trailer,
It's gonna be ass. Watch.
But what I think is going to be more fascinating is Charlie Day as Luigi.
No, dude, Jack Black is Bowser. That's what I'm there for.
Jack Black. No, I'm there for Jack Black as Bowser. What I mean by that is like Charlie Day has kind of had one gimmick for nearly 20 years. And I'm not knocking it because I love Charlie Day. But as Luigi, that's going to be very weird. Because is he gonna be like the Happy Spaceman Lego? Or is he gonna be like Charlie from It's Always Sunny? Or is he gonna try to put on an Italian accent?
I think what they like. Okay, so here's the weird thing, right? Nintendo is supervising this movie with like a hawk because they just announced that they're opening up Nintendo Pictures, right? So they just announced that they're launching that, which is all going to be about like 3D animation, doing their own thing in terms of like making their own movies and projects off their IPs. They know this Mario movie is like really, really, really important. So I wouldn't be shocked if like they really push these actors to really try doing accurate voices. But I could be wrong. I don't know.
Well, that's the other side of that though is the fact that they brought in Chris Melanandri as part of their board,
right? Because they wanted an animation expert to like kind of like oversee this, which Illumination, I don't know. I'm very scared about how the movie's gonna look visually. Because if it looks like freaking like Despicable Me, but just with the Mario coated paint, I'm gonna be pissed. Like, actually make it look like a game. Like, dude, if you just like copy the Mario plus Rabbids art style, just put that in a movie. That's all you need. Just do that. Don't make it look like Despicable Me. Actually, put some effort and make it look like the goddamn game.
Well, I mean, Despicable Me though has come a long way since 2010.
Yeah, but dude, you know what I'm saying, though? It's like the same models, though. It's the same character models. The same, like, shapes.
Well, true, but it's also, again, there's a whole concept of if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Because they're cheap, Matt. They're cheap.
Yeah, I know they're cheap. But
movies are very cheap.
Yes, they do. And they also make a lot of money as a result of that.
Assets. Yeah, but, like, it just because, again, you make something for cheap.
Hold on, wait. But a video game uses assets all the time. So it's actually a perfect fit for them.
Not Nintendo, though. Nintendo doesn't do that shit. Not with Mario games.
Bitch, please go back.
Higher standard.
Higher standard. My left testicle.
What I'm saying is
no fucking way, dude.
Is like they should have gave this movie to freaking like Sony Animation, like the Spider-Verse team, or like freaking I don't know. I would settle for Disney, okay, or like you know what? I would settle for like Nickelodeon making this movie, but Illumination's like no, I don't trust them to actually make some quality.
I think look. Here's the thing with that, right? I hated Despicable Me. I enjoyed Despicable Me 2 quite a bit.
But again, they're fun, cheap little movies. Though.
But
like,
I hated Minions. I haven't seen Rise of Gru yet. I did enjoy Despicable Me 3 well enough. I hated Secret Life of Pets. Marginally enjoyed everything except Tiffany Haddish in Secret Life of Pets 2. But I adore both Sing and Sing 2. So, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, if it's more Sing and less Despicable Me or Secret Life of Pets, I think we're okay. I think we're okay.
I'm just very nervous, man. Like I need this to actually look like the game.
Shut up, Saggy.
Actually try.
No,
and
I'm
so it
actually
looks
tired.
visually
I'm gonna
interesting.
go to sleep.
All right. Well, here's the thing with I want you to real quick before you go to bed.
You said that, and then I stayed here for 20 more minutes.
No. I know. Here's what.
No,
what
I
we're
saw
talking
those
about.
pictures too, but
This
that's
is-
not what I was
yeah,
talking about. There was a video.
Yeah,
I said.
This is you.
When I
wrong.
find it and I show it to you, you're gonna feel like an asshole. But I'm way too tired to be looking into this because, like I said, it was definitely something I saw on Twitter, and I definitely remember covering it. I just got to go through my hour-long fucking streams to find it, but I will find it. But
Sure. Okay, I believe you.
Your butt buddy will be back in like 25 minutes from this time out. So
that's fine. Well, I still unmodded you. So
no, but I also instead of I do this thing where if like because you know how the other mods can unhide somebody or do something, so I just timed them out like 5 times. So it was like 25 minutes.
Jeez.
I big brain that one. But I'm going to bed. Goodbye, everybody.
Okay.
Goodbye, bitches.
All right, have a good one. All right. Troy here says, Matt, stop Black Adam bust event. Is not. I was there. A lot of people watching Black Adam. We love stop false advertising. Your channel, you was wrong. Can you prove it?
Oh yeah, Troy's very upset at you about your coverage of Black Adam, I believe.
That's fine. Can you prove you were there? I'm legitimately asking.
You say that you're wrong, Matt, that it was actually a giant success.
Okay. I question marked that bust though. I question marked it because there's still more to get through here. There is more to get to. Obviously, well, hold on here before we quickly move on to that one. There was Command Unit had said, "I'm not a fan of Lord of the Rings world, and Rings of Power doesn't help." I mean, it's not. Well, you like Warhammer, and there's a lot more. I would argue war in Warhammer and crazier, weird, fucked up shit in Warhammer than Lord of the Rings, you know, like, but I think like the world building in Lord of the Rings is really excellent. The world building in Rings of Power is good. It's a TV show. It's not movies. What I love about Rings of Power are all the people now that are like #respect Peter Jackson, as if Peter Jackson didn't heavily alter the books. You know, it's just funny how people turn a blind eye to that shit. Cause it's all make believe, RJ. It's all just performative. That's all it is. So, let's see. H-Bars for 5. Thanks, buddy. Says, I was able to prove my point correct. Everybody who hates the show wants it to be Jackson unless Tolkien. I mean, H-Bars has been saying that is very true. And, again, like the show, dude, this episode was so fucking good though. This last episode, like, holy shit. Like, I thought they were going to kill off some characters.
I heard it was like very violent.
It was very violent, yeah. But then everyone's upset about Galadriel on the horse. Never mind what Legolas did in the fucking Lord of the Rings movies. It's just like, you know, it doesn't. They're just, again, it's all, a lot of it is just blatant misogyny is what it boils down to. Rational here says, Matt, do you want Daredevil to twerk and tell jokes? No, but I don't care if She-Hulk does.
Because that's the character.
Yeah. Command Unit here for $2. Thanks, man. Says the world building isn't good if the world is bad. What? Dude, okay. If you're not a fan of Lord of the Rings world building, that's fine. Not for everybody. Maybe check out Robert Jordan. Check out The Wheel of Time. Not the show. Read the books. There's like 14 of them, and they're long. I think the 4th book audiobook is like 36 hours long. That was the last one I got through. That was just too much for me. I ended up taking a break after that, and I got busy and forgot to go back to it. But it was good. It was solid. Ryan here for 5. Thanks, buddy. Says, I can see Charlie Daya as Luigi. Luigi is a paranoid / cowardly character, and I think he can pull it off. Yeah, I could see that too. But again, I mean, it's like,
yeah. I think Charlie Day and Anya Taylor-Joy are probably like the best cast. Jack Black is just gonna be a lot of fun. The one that's weird is Chris Pratt. It's like the only weird one.
That is kind of weird. Yeah. Well, we're gonna find out in a couple days.
Like the thing is, like, I don't know who else you would cast as Mario. Like, well, the one I hate, especially Seth Rogen, is Donkey Kong. Fuck that shit. Fuck that, dude.
If
Donkey Kong.
If it's Seth Rogen doing just
he does one voice.
Just doing Seth Rogen, it's gonna be like, okay, guys, like, come on. But you know, that was. But I would love to think that after like the fact that they made fun of that in Chip and Dale, that he might try something a little bit different. You know,
I would
but
hope so, but I don't
But
know.
I'll tell you this right now, I doubt it because I was just watching Kung Fu Panda again.
Oh, he voices the monkey, doesn't he?
No, that's Jackie Chan is the monkey. He voices the cricket.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
the praying mantis.
praying mantis.
Mantis,
Yeah. I forgot about that.
So Garrick here asking, who is the bigger baby, Angry Joe or John Campea? Oh man, Campea after the D23 thing, but that $7 man, $7 thing was great. That was great. Meta here makes a good point. I just hate big time actors doing voice work.
Well, you know what? It's a good segue to whatever you're going to talk about with The Rock. But look at Super Pets. Super Pets is marketed off of its voice cast. I'm sorry, but when it comes to animated movies, the voice cast doesn't matter. Like in terms of like the big names don't bring in people. Like they always market that. Like look at Paws of Fury. Marketing was all based around Samuel L. Jackson. It didn't make a lick of difference. You have to make a good movie and have like good trailers and marketing. Like you can't just market a movie only off the voice talent. It never works.
Yeah. So there's definitely that. All right, so why don't we get into there's some DC stuff to talk about. There's actually a couple different things to talk about DC related right now. And I haven't watched this yet, but I do have it synced up. Did you hear about the whole Barry Keoghan audition for Joker, but he really auditioned for
I heard a little. I didn't really.
I've got it right. I've got it right here.
Yeah, he
let's check it out.
For Riddler first, and then he got Joker, right?
Here, this is what they posted today.
Are we sure this isn't an audition for a Clockwork Orange remake?
I mean, if Kubrick was alive and they wanted to... Well, there's a sequel, apparently, to that book. It's a Russian book. I love
Really?
Clockwork
There was
Orange.
a sequel?
They wrote a sequel to it. I don't know if it ever came stateside, but I heard about them being a sequel. I don't know Meta. I don't know who this is, but you can use Shazam and find out. Shogun here says a bit of the ultra violence, eh? Yeah. Reiner says, is this the audition? I guess.
This is the audition, yes. That's what they said in.
Maybe he's just kind of doing a setup or whatever. Okay.
All right,
I mean, all right. That sure. Good for him on that one. I liked him in the movie. Don't quite know exactly how the hell that got to be the thing, but it is what it is. But real quick here, we got Jess for 5. Thanks, buddy. Asking what basically. Hold on, I clicked off that. What are your thoughts about Crunchyroll recasting the entire cast of Mob Psycho 100? They do not want to use union voice actors. I think that's a gigantic mistake.
Yeah, did you hear about this, by the way, at all?
Yeah, I did. I saw the video, too, from the guy.
Yeah, the main actor who voices Mob in the show. He's voiced the character for 2 seasons. They're recasting him for the 3rd and final season of the anime in the dub because he recently joined a union and they refused to pay him anything because of that.
Well,
This is
no,
on
he tried, but he tried to go to the table. He actually tried to like
He did. He tried to
broker,
negotiate.
negotiate, and they just chose not to do it. And like, and he even offered to work, to work union free on it, to not go to get the union contract. But if they would come to the table and like actually try to make it work, so he was trying to do it, but yeah.
Well, did you hear about the Crunchyroll dub of the Jujutsu Kaisen Zero movie, where the voice actors got paid like $150 for like their work?
I mean, what do they normally get?
That's what they normally get now. Apparently, $150 for a movie that grosses millions at the box office. They got $150.
Well, I mean, that's the whole thing, though, is if they're not negotiating better contracts, then that's
well, they're trying to, but like they don't want to work with the unions.
Oh, I know, and there's a lot of scabs out there that will. Well, I'm trying to get into voice acting myself, but
now we're seeing the impact of the anime monopoly because it's only Crunchyroll now. They own Funimation, which was the big dubbing company. So now it's like there's really nowhere else to go. So they're kind of like stuck in Schitt's Creek right now, That's
pretty crazy. That's absolutely crazy, man, that they've got, Miki here says, I blame Sony for this. I mean, I blame Sony for a lot, but I get you on that one there. So, okay, let us talk about Mr. Black Adam
big boy
here.
Right here. Look at
big boy,
this.
big boy. Yeah, big boy. I think, well, okay. So the other day it came out that there was a world promotional tour kicks off in Mexico, and they started advertising it on certain websites, saying, hey, you can get on into, you can win tickets, right? It wasn't like, anyone show up. They had to like win tickets to go.
Yeah. And this is the first stop.
This was the first stop. Yeah. Mexico City. And then it was going to be New York in 9 days and whatever. Right. So I was like, oh, they might show the movie tonight. And but they said it's a fan day. It's a fan event. But here's the thing with that too. This website and this other website here talking about it, they said here, we invite you to a special fan event with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson for Black Adam, but they don't tell you what the event is. Like they just say it's a fan event. There's very, very, very little information about it. So what we know is that like, again, you could follow these guys and try to like, win tickets. So obviously it's a cross promotion. So it's like, is it really a big fan event or is it just a promotional event tying in with different outlets and Warner Brothers and things like that? And so they say here, this dynamic is only for adults, probably because of the Terramana, the tequila. I'm pretty sure they had the tequila there. The dynamic begins Wednesday. This is when the voting was.
Well, speaking real quick about the tequila thing, did you hear what they're doing right now with the tequila to market Black Adam?
No.
Okay, so with the tequila, remember those billboards you saw of The Rock and the Super Pets thing? They're putting those billboards of like The Rock, the standees, in every single Applebee's location across the country to market.
With him holding the Terramana.
Yeah, holding the Terramana, and also to promote Black Adam.
Yeah, I went to this golf club tonight, country club, to pick up an order. And it's like a restaurant, bar, country club, whatever, golf course. And in the back of the bar, I just see like there's this gigantic stand up of The Rock holding a Terramana, a case of Terramana. And I'm like, I just had to chuckle.
That's standee everywhere. That's standee.
I did see marketing, like they're doing this promotion to like bring, like it's called like Black Adam training or whatever. I'll see if I can find it here on their thing. I understand the promotion's coming on in, but the promotion I'm seeing is not really what I'd call like the best, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. So looking up here on the Black Adam official verified Twitter account,
only 47 followers or 47,000.
Only 47,000. Yeah.
How's it compared to like the Flash movie? I'm just curious.
Let's see. The Flash movie has got 47.5. Wow, that seems
so about the same.
Literally 300 more.
Yeah.
What about Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse here? 556,000. Well, it's just some more popular character. That's all it is. So you have some people. Here's the thing, right? So the Black Adam account was tweeting about this earlier. 3 hours ago, they just retweeted this person.
Retweeting people who were at the event or like the media covering in Mexico City.
But not many. Only a few. Only a few posts. That's it. This one, 2, 3,
Yeah,
4,
to
4.
be fair, because it's in Mexico City, maybe like they're waiting to like do like the full, like we're gonna cover it, like the ones in like the actual United States, like when they go to New York City.
Well, they'll
cover that
probably
one
do
more.
more then, but still, this is supposed to kick off the world promotional tour, and they only do 4 posts, right? And all they're doing is reposting what other people are talking about. Like, here's the thing: there is, if I see if I can find the tweet here, because I got to there's like again trying to find it. All right. See, Black, yeah, he's like, look, yeah, okay, I'm just trying. Again, people were just like,
Oh, they're sharing the wait, is that leaked footage?
it's leaked. Yeah, it's not leaked. You know what? Here, I'll let
There's
me.
Geralt.
Yeah, I know. I didn't download this clip, but I'll grab it real quick. We'll play it because again, it's everywhere. It's not that big of a deal. I've already watched it. I watched.
Yeah, I have no clue what this is. So is this actually from the movie?
This is, yeah, it's an extended clip from the movie. They showed an extended trailer, which only had like about maybe fucking like 3-4 seconds of extra stuff. It was just like, and all it was explaining Cyclone and Atom Smasher. That's it. And no mention of Hawkman, right? It was just like Cyclone and Atom Smasher and then Dr. Fate's introduction, and that's it. That again, not much. Yeah, Donovan here says already showed what we already know. Exactly. There's nothing really new here. We've already seen this.
It looks cool though. Yeah.
That part's cool. But do you hear the crowd, like, not really doing anything?
Light them up.
What are they looking into? They're watching the whole clip and they're gonna plot the end.
Shit! Go, go, go!
See, that's still a pretty muted response. I'm sorry, that is. But at least that might also
Also, I mean, dude, like he was like restraining this dude. Like you see, like legs, decapitations, and legs all over the place. Like,
oh no, it's definitely violent. It's bloodless, but it's violent. But we already saw.
I'm shocked to get like disemboweled bodies. Like, that's crazy.
There's really only the hand.
Still, it's something.
It's something. It's cool. And the arm twitch.
Too.
The arm twitch. Yeah. Well, we saw the disintegration in another trailer. There was the one disintegration we saw from Fandom back in 2021, a year ago. So there's like, we've seen a lot of this stuff. It's nothing really new. It's very contained to certain elements of the movie. And that is something that has been kind of brought up a little bit, you know, as like remember what viewer Anon was saying last night?
Yeah, I saw a little. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I'm trying to find the tweet here. It was late. It was late at night. Let's see. Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, let me just find that again. Sorry, guys. StreamYard and multiple stuff. Okay, so you had the unbiased Snyder fan who is just total fucking scuzz. But, you know, he's saying here that Black Adam is selling on par with Morbius according to pre-sale tracking and box office theory. And that's not very good. Then viewer Anon here says, The Rock has always been an actor who adds values to movies people want to see. Fast and Furious 5, Jumanji 2. More than one who opens movies himself, I think there's a solid chance Black Adam kind of tanks. Which, by the way, is that not what I have been saying? Is that not what I have been saying? I have been saying that for a long time. It's backing up my whole thing about the movie star aspect of it. He adds to a movie, but he's not the movie. But we'll see.
Right. Right,
you know,
but again, that's why I think it's meant to be an ensemble with the Justice Society. It's supposed to kind of help out a little bit. I'm not saying it's going to work. I'm saying the intention is to have it not just be him. You have the other supporting characters.
Dude, but come on. We all know that's bullshit. Like, he can say it all he wants.
Do you want the movie to fail, Matt?
I don't want the movie to fail because, like, even look here. The time of heroes is over. This is a cool poster, by the way. I really like this. But it's like the time of heroes is over. Black Adam, and then again, nothing to do with the other people. And what I talk about this though, again, is when I go and I look at the Black Adam account, right, talking about this event that was supposed to be, you know, this big thing going on tonight, the first leg of their world promotional tour. And you look at it and you're like, there's no mention. You know, you just have two shots here of Aldous and Sarah. You have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson giving a speech, which I have the video clip of that. And then you have this one right here. And then you get a shot of all of them together. Here's a question though. Why isn't the director been on any of the press stuff? Have you noticed that the director hasn't been in any of the press stuff?
I've not noticed, no.
Yeah, right. So it's kind of weird. I've noticed that a little bit. But again, it's like, you know, you can talk about the ensemble, but dude, it ain't the ensemble. It is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. These people are there, all right. But you know, the word I'm gonna use here is token, because that's basically what they are. They're just token. They're there to accentuate him. I know in his mind, he may try to build them up, as he should, as any good promoter should, but they're still not him. The fans are still not seeing necessarily them. They're there for him. You know, like he put out a video today on his Instagram, a woman, it's a 103-year-old woman is like, "Oh, I'm the biggest Rock fan." And he did a nice little video for her. And that was really nice. And then I found out that 330 million Americans. Did you know 97,000 Americans are over the age of 100?
Really?
Right now, I didn't know that. I thought there was like 10. You know, because our life expectancy is going to shit. But hey, over 97,000 100-year-olds. That's fantastic. My point though is that, like, again, like as I showed last night when we watched the clip from him at the Bel Air Hotel. It is always, it's about, like, it's a promotional thing. Terramana tequila. It's the Zoa energy drinks. Like when he did the Secret Life of Pets screening and he had the tequila bar for the parents, you know, like, I'm like, come on, bro, come on. And then, again, let me find it here. Let me find the other thing here. About, cause they got to have they got to tag The Rock in one of these things, right? Let me see if I could find his, hold on. Actually, no, I should be able to find, there we go. So he's got a thing too, where here we go. 6 hours ago, Black Adam deserved more than a portrayal. He deserved a transformation. Every training session, rep and strain was part of my commitment to disrupt the very notion about this character and myself. At Project Rock, which is a combination of The Rock and Under Armour. The collection drops Thursday. So here, there's no sound. There's no sound on this, but he's literally has a trailer today for his team up with Under Armour to produce Black Adam workout attire.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. That's just like, okay. All right. And then again, here he says he retweets it 7 hours ago that the hierarchy of power in the DC universe is changing. Ask a question, you might get it answered. And not a mention today about the event. Not a mention about this event in Mexico. Doesn't that seem kind of weird? Right? Doesn't it seem like that whole event was just a way to
say the social media that day while he was out at the event?
No, he would have tweeted about it happening. He would have posted about it happening. He would have said something about it happening. He didn't. He tweeted about it when they first announced it, like I think a week and a half ago. But ever since then, again, this is the thing. Everything about him is him. That's what it boils down. That's everything about him is him. And that's why I find it to be everything about this to be very, what's the word I want to use here? Like, it's very, you know, oh God, what's the word? It's all about Dwayne. And I feel like that's what this movie is going to bring to the table. And I think a lot of other people are seeing that too. Benson here for $2 did say, oh no, sorry. Command Unit here for $2. Thank you. Says, spoiler, Black Adam will kill Superman. No, obviously. Benson says, I sent you a screenshot from my cinema. Tickets are not selling. I mean, I saw that earlier today, Benson. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff there. Narcissistic, egotistical. The Rock posted about the event on his Facebook and Instagram. Okay, I mean, that's one side, but why not Twitter? If
well, he has larger reach on Instagram than he does on Twitter, to be fair.
What's he got? What?
Like we're talking like Twitter's like nothing compared to his Instagram follower number.
16.5 million. All right, let's see here what he's got on Insta. What's he got on Insta? Take a look. I don't know what he has on Insta. So, 300. Wow, you're right. 339 million. Okay.
It's not even comparable. The difference in like reach and size.
Well, let's see here. 1,699 comments, 205 likes. 205 likes to 340 million people. That's actually that's an interesting thing. All right. So he's got only 42,000 views. You know, yeah, I mean, there's people there, but there's not a great deal of engagement. But you're right. He does post more over there. That's good to know. Look, again, I don't think he's a bad guy. I just find this whole thing to be very...
Look at that smile. I could eat that smile. Look at him in bed right there. I could eat that smile.
Well, he's a performer. He's very much a performer. So, and that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to market this movie, but I think he's trying to market this movie to the wrong kind of people.
Well, hold on real quick. So the Under Armour or whatever that thing is, like comparing the likes to that post to Twitter, I'm just curious.
Oh, the likes on this one were 282,000, but
what about Twitter?
Twitter, that was only 1,875.
It's not even comparable. That's what I'm saying. Like,
but like he doesn't get a lot of
his main audience is on Instagram, not Twitter.
Sure. I get that. It's so weird that he's got all those. This is like, I mean, I've seen fucking Venice profiles like overall engagement.
By the way, you're roboting out a little bit. Probably.
So anyway, let's get back to the fan event here, because there was actually this is what it looked like at the beginning.
But fate does not make mistakes. You have two paths. You can be the destroyer of this world. Or you can be the savior.
Look how excited everybody is.
I'm sorry, what?
I said, look how excited everybody is.
Oh, super excited. 100%. Yeah. I mean, there's like, it's not the biggest of events.
No.
But the black carpet's cool, right? The black carpet's pretty cool. You've got, here is something that looks pretty packed. It's really not as packed as you might think. You can see there's a lot of space between this barrier and like that crowd over there. But I'm pretty sure that it's going to be picking up as well. But then you've got, so after, when they began the event, he came out on top of the church, because they're at a church in Mexico. And he came out on top of the church and he gives a little speech. Here's that clip.
Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much for the support. And thank you so much for being so excited to see our movie, Black Adam. So without any further ado, I want to show you guys, I love you too. And I love you too. I heard that. It is my honor to be able to show you guys never seen before footage of Black Adam, so I want you to enjoy the footage. But most of all, I want to say this, I mean this from the heart, and with all the love and mana and passion that I have, which is Mexico, I love you. Thank you.
You know what, though? William in the chat makes a really good point, though, actually, about this whole marketing campaign.
Yeah. Yeah, he says here, the bigger issue is that The Rock is doing the bulk of the marketing at all. Warner Brothers has an entire division of people making 6 digits that should be the ones pushing this.
It's almost like they don't want to spend the money.
That they do. Well, they don't have the money.
It's like The Rock is fronting all of it because he's literally the only one who's like putting up the money for it. Something to think about. Yeah. Maybe it's almost like a sign this company's like really in trouble and they don't have the money to market this movie the way they want to.
I think that's kind of I wonder, the pre-sale tickets are not looking, they're on Morbius levels right now, and that ain't looking great. So here's another clip here where this is where he comes, because they showed a clip after this, and then I think this is after the clip was over. So this is his entrance. I mean, that is cool. I'll admit, that does look pretty cool. So what there's a decent amount of people that are there and they put on a pretty good show. It is definitely a spectacle, but here's the thing I find to be the most interesting aspect of all of this. And that's like, they did a Q&A, right?
They did.
Right. They did a Q&A. All right. So if you check out the Black Adam Twitter account, as I've already pointed out, they did not actually, talk about anything really with it. But there was I'm trying to find it again. I should have bookmarked it. I didn't. That's my bad. But the Warner Brothers Pictures, like their Mexico division, or like I think their Latin America profile, had made mention. They said, "Oh, we're going to be doing a stream." And that's going to be on on our Facebook page. And people but I'm like, okay, well, there's no link to the Facebook page that they post, and they don't specify whether or not it is the Warner Brothers Pictures Facebook page or if it's the Warner Brothers Pictures Mexico page or anything like that. So I was able to track it down. It was actually on on their Facebook page for Warner Brothers Productions or Warner Brothers Pictures. And I've got it right here.
La Furia, Q&A, Sarah Shahi, Quintessa Swindell, Noah Centineo, Aldis Hodge y Dwayne Johnson. Black Adam.
I will say that the guy's got an excellent voice.
The world is going to see this, so get ready.
Ya escuchaban a Dwayne Johnson. Hola a todos, bienvenidos a los 40 Videochat. Es un honor para nosotros estar aquí con el cast de Black Adam en esta gran alfombra negra en la Ciudad de México. Soy Gaby Cam, me acompaña mi querido Héctor Trejo. Y por supuesto todo el
He's like, I don't know what that means.
Thank you so much for being here. You look at me like, what is she saying?
We're really excited to have you here. And we prepared some questions, not only from the fans that are here, which are amazing, but also from whole Latin America. We have questions from Colombia, Chile, Guatemala, and Mexico. Tenemos preguntas de todos los países. And Dwayne, lo primero que le voy a preguntar a Dwayne, nos pregunta Daniel Villarreal García, ¿cómo fue ponerse el traje de Black Adam por primera vez? Dwayne, how did it feel to put the Black Adam suit for the first time?
Oh my God, I hate those questions.
That's the most generic question ever, dude.
And it was a real honor. You get really lucky in your career if you have a chance to play a superhero or an anti-hero or a supervillain in these comic book movies and these superhero movies. So it was a real pleasure and an honor. I will tell you this. At first, my first Black Adam suit came with muscle pads.
Thanks, Hiram.
Like you need them. Come on.
Yes, no. How do you say muscle pads in Spanish?
Músculos.
Músculos falsos.
Musculos. It came
Falsos.
with, yes, it came with that.
Fake muscles.
Fake. So I said, no, remove the muscle pads. Let me at least try to put the work in and fill out the suit, the Black Adam suit. Woo! Yes. But I will say, for me, the biggest honor, and it was just so cool to go on set of Black Adam for the first time and then see the JSA step on set. Yes.
Yeah.
In their costumes. That was amazing for me. So these guys right here were amazing.
Okay, I'll translate for you. You will now have,
See, because he is trying to talk them up, which is good. But it doesn't feel like any of the marketing outside of this kind of stuff has anything to really kind of blow them up. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I gotcha.
ser parte de una película de superhéroes, ya seas el villano, el héroe, el antihéroe. Y contó la historia de cómo al traje le pusieron a la primera versión del traje músculos
But I mean, like,
falsos,
you know,
y él
here.
dijo, no. Yo voy a
This should have been on
trabajar
YouTube.
para
This should have
llenar
been
este
streaming
traje.
on
Y yo,
Twitter.
no, pero qué
It should have been on
realmente lo que
Instagram
más
Live.
emocionó
This should have been on
fue
TikTok
ver
Live,
But
don't
again,
you
maybe
think?
these are the
Sociedad de
questions that were
Justicia
not
ya en el
really
set,
all that
porque todos se
exciting, so
veían
I don't know.
increíbles.
Well, I mean, this was live a couple
Now,
hours
I'm gonna
ago.
ask Aldis, Noah, Quintessa, as Dwayne said, how does it felt when you wore your suit for the first
The
time?
same question again.
Who wants to start?
It was incredible.
God, I hate these questions. This is why I hate Hall H at Comic-Con. Never let fans ask questions. Like, I know that sounds bad.
No, it's not.
Man,
Dude,
man.
fans are asking better questions than
man.
this. This is like
I gotta
generic
say,
PR
look,
questions they
like
just pull out
DJ
their
said,
ass.
the moment we stepped on set, it was like the same for me. When we see everybody in their suits, then you know this is real. Like, all your dreams are actually happening. They're actually coming true, and you're in it.
Oh, did we freeze or did I freeze? Uh-oh. I'm scared. Chat, let me know. Did I freeze or did the stream freeze? Hold on. Okay, he froze. Okay, I was like, what the hell? I was scared. Like, did my internet go out? Because I was gonna be pissed if that happened. Okay, well, I guess I'm in charge of the stream. How's everybody doing? Hope you're well. The Rock is mad at Charmo. Maybe that's why this is happening. I don't know. Oh, and he's gone. Well, there you go. There you go, folks. This is why you don't mess with The Rock, 'cause The Rock will DDoS attack you. Simple as that right there. I mocked the Spanish because I'm Spanish myself.
All right, sorry about that. It
There you
booted me.
go.
It booted me out of the entire thing.
Yeah, it froze. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I thought it was my
okay.
internet going out.
No. It booted. It literally booted me out of the entire thing. And look, I don't know if you want to go through another 20 minutes of that. I don't really want to.
No, I'm good.
Because it's, as we can kind of tell. Look, the event happened. They didn't really specify what it was. They didn't show the movie. They showed off a trailer with literally like 2-3 seconds of extra footage, maybe 5 to 10 at most, just explaining Cyclone, explaining Dr. Fate a little bit.
They're still hiding a lot of them. Like, I don't know why they're not showing more of the action sequences or like the big spectacle moments. Like, start pushing.
What if
that.
there's not?
Well, supposedly based on those who went to testing, they said that there's way more action in this movie than what they're showing. So I don't know what's going on.
Hold on here. Rash said, no one said there was a leaked scene. Matt, are you holding out on something? No, I didn't. Like, I'm not, no, I would show it if there was something out there.
We don't do scoops here.
I don't do scoops. No, I don't know about there being that, to be honest with you. Sorry guys. I don't know about, anything, with that kind of stuff. Hey, what's going on, Devin? How you doing, man? So more or less looking at the idea though of this event. This event was, meant to kind of launch hype about it, and at least through the Latin America circuit.
Also, hi, Chris.
It's Chris here?
Yeah, he's in the chat.
Oh, hey, what's up, dude? I didn't see. I just saw. There we go. But even looking through, because I have, DCEU what's it called? Like,
What?
Google tags,
Oh, okay.
And I'm looking at it right now. And there's no mention of this event tonight. None of the major press here in the States is covering it. They might tomorrow.
Well, they're not going to cover it until it comes to New York City. Then they'll cover it.
No, I mean, if there's a leaked trailer, if there's like extra footage, that's content. I don't care who you are, that's content, right? Like, but the fact is, like, it's not even. Let me take a look here to see whether or not it's trending in Mexico. I'm kind of curious to see if it's trending in Mexico, because that would be an indicator. All I'm saying is I've been very critical of the marketing of it. And all right, looking through. Hold on, let me just.
Well, just to answer Benson's question in the chat, I don't really care if Cowell's in the movie or not. If he's not in the movie, will that suck? Yeah, but I'm not gonna lose my mind if he's not. I just want it to be a good movie.
Yeah. So,
although to be fair though, I will say this, Brett. I do think that Wakanda Forever is gonna fucking just curb stop this movie. Like
there's no way.
Black Panther's gonna make this movie look like child's play.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. So right now, Black Adam is trending 35 in Mexico. An hour ago, it was number 42. It's been down to 46, 47. Stayed high. It's been all day. It started before it made its way.
You're breaking up again, by the way.
I don't know why I'm breaking up again. Fucking thing. Okay. Edward Louder. Hey, what's up, Edward? We're actually going to watch one of your videos in a minute. Because I was sent something from your who wants me to watch. If
you're breaking up again, Matt. It's really bad too. You start talking, you're 2 seconds. It's beep, boop,
yeah, I fucking Jesus Christ, StreamYard. That should be better. Okay, he says, if you're going to look at how Black Adam's been doing on small screen, it would seem as there's not much interest in the movie. Funny thing about that, Edward, is there's another person whose name I won't say. Okay.
Why? Why not?
He might eat cereal, right? He might like everything, if you know anything about that old meme. But according to, it's Mikey Sutton. According to Mikey Sutton, he posted a lot about Black Adam back in the day, and he kept saying, looking at the back end analytics, Black Adam is very popular. A lot of people love Black Adam, dude. No one is really, Devin is right. Nobody outside hardcore DC fandom knows who Black Adam is. At this point, there's nothing else marketing can do. It will live or die off word of mouth. He's right. Very much that's the case. That's the case. And that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. They should have shown.
It makes you wonder, what the hell went wrong with this marketing campaign? Because it's not like The Rock's not trying. He's trying, but the marketing is just not been good for this movie. I mean, listen, maybe they're just hoping, it's The Rock. His name value will bring people in. But even as a fan of The Rock, I don't disagree with you, Matt, on the notion of you can't just rely on one person's name. You have to make a compelling product. You really gotta convince people why they should care.
Yeah,
especially when DC is as damaged of a brand as it is, and when there's so much apathy towards DC movies right now. People are just it's a DC movie. Why should I care?
Well, that's the thing. Black Adam's a D-lister. William is right. I do agree with Donovan that they are holding back, but that's not a good idea at this point. They need to follow the Venom route and leak it.
Maybe they're just waiting for the New York City event.
They shouldn't wait for the premiere. They should really do a fan event, have the fans see it first, and put it out there.
Well, the premiere's before the movie comes out, though, so maybe that's why.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, it's the premiere. The next premiere is 8 days before the film comes out. I'm pretty sure media will see it.
That's enough time. 8 days.
But the thing is, though, with the movie's also been done since July. It's been done since before Comic-Con. Literally, it's been finished since before Comic-Con.
Done, but they could still throw something.
Well, if they added in a post-credit teaser, which that's what everyone's talking about at this point. But it's people they've screened the movie. We know that they've screened the movie to multiple groups in LA. There's been promotional material for that we've covered, but there's also looking at it from the idea that, again, the general public is just, they're not connecting with it. And I'm very curious to see exactly how it's going to go. I mean, because even, Benson was saying that they don't have a lot of a lot of interest in it. Let me take a look here at the screening that I bought the other day. I want to see here. Yeah, so my ticket. Oh, okay. So only 2 other tickets have sold for the very first screening on Wednesday the 20th or Thursday the 20th. The next screening, the 4 p.m. only has 4 tickets sold. The 5 o'clock only has 1 ticket sold. Jesus Christ. 1 o'clock or 1 ticket for the 6 p.m. In the 7 p.m. only has 3 tickets. So
what about Black Panther?
Black Panther. Let me take a look. Because I remember like when they
just to compare the opening nights.
Yeah, this is a compare real quick. I mean, because Black Panther went on this morning. I got mine right away. Let me check for November 10th show times here. I'm just going to look at the digital cinema, the one I bought, not the. So the one I bought has got 4 tickets sold for 3 p.m.
But also 3 p.m. is like super early.
Super early, yeah. So
like it's like not after like when people get off work, which is typically like what 6 o'clock. Is it typically?
Yeah, well the 4 p.m. one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like has 11 sold for the 4 p.m. The 4:20 p.m. has 13 tickets sold, and yeah, I mean like as you start going further into the night, you start seeing how many.
So basically, it's doing better.
Oh, when I saw Black Panther, the first one, the 6 p.m. show is already halfway sold out.
Wow. Okay.
For my theater, I think the 7 p.m. is also gonna be this is
like a month from release too.
Yeah, 6:45 has a bunch of seats done. I mean, yeah, well, there's a lot of people that want to see Black Panther. A lot of fucking people. So I think when we talk about it, though, we'll get to the idea that these things are be kind of crazy.
Jesus, William bought 57 tickets.
That's
he's probably doing a screening. That's why.
Yeah. So yeah, there's that. All right. Let me see here. Edward says, I have a real feeling that Black Adam will just about break even at the box office. It really depends on how it does in China. That's true. That is really true. I'm going to have to, I am excited for the movie. I think the violence looks great. I think it's going to be a fun movie, but the marketing just hasn't really been there. I agree with Geeks here. It says show Superman logo in the trailer, at least as a way to get people hyped.
Show the cape or something.
You got to show something. Yeah.
Briefest of hints,
but if he's not in the movie, let's just say he's not in the movie.
Right.
All right. Because we still do not know.
Well, technically, he's not in the movie. It'd be at the very end, like the post.
That's still the fucking movie, Archie. You know what I'm saying.
But it's not the movie, though.
You're arguing semantics. You're arguing semantics over a post-credit tease. Look, if Doctor Doom is in the post-credit tease of Wakanda Forever, is Doctor Doom still in the movie?
Well, that's a $2 billion movie right there.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be massive here. All right. Joining us really quickly is we have Chris, the Bipolar Jedi. What's going on, buddy?
Hi, guys.
Hello.
I had a headache earlier, so I laid down to take a nap. I was watching Halloween 2 and I ended up falling asleep. I just woke up to...
Yeah, I know. I'm dealing with allergies right now. That's why I sound all congested.
Yeah, but, there's fires in the area, so we've got a really terrible air quality, so my throat's on fire tonight. So I'll probably be winding things down here in a little bit. But we also got 140 people watching right now. 2 hours in, 140 people. Smack the like, guys.
Smack the like.
Smack the like. Help me out. Help me help you. Help me help you. Come on, cheer. Like the video, like the stream. Woo! All right,
share it out. Tell your friends.
Yeah, tell your friends.
Get the baby oil. Make it a fucking orgy. We can do this. Listen. Well, William, I had a question because I saw William I didn't want to type all this, but I also wanted to ask Matt the same thing because I agree with you. I've been talking about how just this is DC's like this and Shazam is all they have coming out. You know what I mean? They got nothing else, and they're not marketing either of these movies at all.
Well, Shazam makes sense because they pushed that back to March.
So Shazam will start getting marketed around around the Christmas, beginning of January.
But William said the old regime, is what planned out this marketing strategy. But The Rock is a businessman. Why wouldn't he just say, okay, new regime, let's try some new stuff? Like, I don't understand how you can't change. You're not allowed to change the marketing.
Well, maybe because they already allocated a certain marketing budget to the movie, so they had plans in place, so they can't change it. That could be one reason.
Well, whatever you guys were just showing me, that was horrible. The Rock is just sitting there like, duh.
To be fair, though, they were asking him horrible questions.
That's what I mean.
When you asking him horrible questions.
That's what I mean.
When you go to these events, like if you've ever gone to a Comic-Con or whatever, it's very similar. What I feel
like to put the suit on.
Oh, they're contracted. I didn't know ad campaigns are contracted. Okay, that makes perfect sense now.
So there are companies that are handling parts of this. They are doing rollouts and everything else. But I do agree that The Rock is carrying the lion's share of the burden.
Which
However,
sucks because you can't.
But that is also his
social media platform. But he can't do this all by himself.
He also puts himself in that position. He also takes this.
But here's the thing: when he markets with Jumanji or Super Pets, he does the marketing, right? He's a big part of the social media campaign, but he's not the only one doing it. You still have to do a traditional marketing campaign.
But the thing is, though, too, you've also got the fact that Kevin Hart's a big name, Jack Black is a name, Karen Gillan is a name. There's a lot, or Gillum. There's Joe Jonas was in the movie. There was a lot going into the sequel that they could market. Benson here for £5. Thanks, buddy. Says, can we just be honest that Dwayne Roy Johnson movies do not make mega money at the box office and the general public doesn't care who Black Adam is?
Why do you keep calling him
I agree.
Roy Johnson?
Oh, he's definitely on roids. Oh, he's definitely on roids.
I don't know.
There's no. I mean, that's my personal opinion.
He looks like come on, man. He looks like Abomination. Okay, just prettier.
Jesus.
This guy's massive. Okay. There's no fucking way he's
you
not.
You think he can wipe his own ass, or he uses a bidet?
Knows,
That's
man.
a question. That's an honest question.
But Benson says I believe that, except that when you take a personality like The Rock, and you're going to get a triple threat when it comes to this, you're going to get WWE people show up, you're going to get comic book people show up, and you're going to get regular Rock fan, normie fans, anybody. Oh, I just want to go see a movie this weekend. You got three. You take a DC character, a DC IP, and you connect it with this man, it should be box office gold. What is the problem? I don't understand why people aren't connecting with this. I just maybe people don't give a shit about Black Adam.
I think outside of the main players of DC, people don't give much of a shit.
That could be it.
I think that's about it.
What the hell's a Black Adam? What the a lot of people might not know.
I think, well, it's again, there's that, right? There's a lot of that kind of stuff. And the fact that it's wait, is it the Rock movie or is it a comic book movie? It looks really good, but where's the connectivity? Audiences have been, and I've mentioned this multiple times, audiences have very much been conditioned to follow now integrity, right? To a DC movie, expect Marvel. I'm sorry, it's true. The general audience goes in Marvel. They want that Easter eggs. They want they
want forward momentum. They want something connected.
Forward momentum is a thing, but there's also the comfortability of having all the other aspects.
Well,
right?
That's what I'm
the
saying,
familiarity, the in-jokes, the characters, the actors, the humor. That creates a cozy, comfy environment.
They want that safety there. It's okay, I'm investing my time and money into this, so I know it's going to continue and build towards something.
RJ, I honestly believe, I think it was on Enosh's stream, a bunch of people were we were debating on whether or not if Cavill's going to show up. I'm not even going to say Cavill. Let's just say Superman, okay? If Superman's going to show up, why hold it to your chest? Shouldn't you get it out there before? Look, this is my opinion. You show the red cape or just the blue S for 2 seconds in a trailer, and you let people know that he's going to be there. There's an extra 200 or 300 million right there. I really believe that Superman's a strong enough character to get those kind of butts in the seats. So if Cavill is back, even for a cameo, okay? Look, you think The Last Jedi would have done as good as it did without showing Luke? Or not The Last Jedi. Well, The Force Awakens is going to do good no matter what, but people freaked out when they saw that Luke was going to be there, and he was only there for 2 seconds in the movie. 2 seconds. But a lot of extra people came just to see Luke. I think
people were pissed at the end of The Force Awakens for that too. I mean, I liked the movie, and I was like,
they baited us. They
totally baited us. Yeah.
Baited. But I really think if you show Superman, I think Devin. I really think Devin. I love Devin, but we disagree on this one, man. Devin thinks you should hold Superman to your chest. We had this discussion the other night. I really believe that if you've got Cavill and you've got Superman coming back, yes, it would be a great surprise, okay? And all the bros bust nuts, but if you really want to make your money back, you should. Hey, look,
you know what though, Chris? Just to bring up Benson's comment, you guys worry about that too. Like most of the hardcore people don't care about Black Adam. They just want to know Superman's continuing. Or not.
Yes,
so
I think that's
just watched on YouTube, so they won't actually go.
Well, I mean, so I was curious about the post-credit scene of Morbius when Morbius came out. I had no desire to go see it, I thought about seeing it in theaters if I had time. But as soon as that post-credit scene, leaked on fucking YouTube, I paused the video game I was playing and I watched the end credit scene. I think you and I were talking about it, RJ.
And we were
I'm like,
oh my God,
this is so bad. And then when I finally watched Morbius when it came to home video, which I thought was entertaining enough, you know, I had fun with it. I still watched that post-credit scene again. I'm like, yeah, it wasn't any better. Still pretty terrible. But in the case of again, go back to the Venom marketing. Having fans having seen it confirm it, and then them playing into the marketing, which they really heavily did leading up to Venom 2's release, that boosted it up. So this is where having that nostalgia, having that bait will very much positively influence your opening weekend box office numbers. No question about it. If they want $100 million, show me the cape.
Exactly.
Show me the cape.
Yeah, that's how I,
because you want to see it. You're going to go for that.
Matt, it's so hard to admit that guys like you and me are old enough to remember, like, does word of mouth even work the way it used to?
No, not at all.
The Avatar marketing was garbage. There was nothing. There was nothing for Avatar. And you and I watched in 2010 the word of mouth make this movie the biggest event in the past decade.
Okay, so I have a little bit of a different thing with that, only because I was at Comic-Con in July of 2009. They showed off 20 minutes of the movie in 3D.
Okay, you were at Comic-Con, Maddie.
So, but from there, I was able to come out of Comic-Con and go, "Hey, fuckers, y'all want to know about a good time?
Right?
Like, you got to see this Avatar shit. Like, this ain't no joke. This ain't no fucking joke, dude. Like, I was drunk when
y'all gonna hear about these blue cat people.
Well, no, here's the thing though. Like, legitimately, the Twilight New Moon, the very first Twilight panel in Hall H happened right before the Fox panel. So my friends and I got really drunk during that panel and started antagonizing Twilight fans, which was funny. And then we sobered up enough for the Avatar stuff, but came out of there going like, I went to work because I worked at a movie theater. You know, and I went to work and I'm like, you fuckers have got to see this goddamn Avatar shit.
I just remember, like, it had been out months before I heard about it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, what is this? And people are like, Chris, this is not a movie. This is an event. And I'm like, okay, let's go. And I had never, ever seen true 3D before.
Well, to give Devin credit here, I agree. Top Gun Maverick was all word of mouth. It's still in theaters. I still haven't seen it, but it's still in theaters.
What is wrong? Okay, it's all right. That's all right.
It's again, like, I like Top Gun, but like, if it was like Mission Impossible, I'll rush out to go see.
Matt, it is the best movie of the year.
But it's also, but you guys have to understand, when Tony Scott killed himself, I legitimately cried.
Oh, that's right.
I was living in LA at the time.
They're gonna mess up Tony's vision.
And it's like, I love Tony Scott movies.
Yeah.
So it's like, I remember I was sitting in my apartment in North Hollywood.
It's a bridge or something, right?
It was, yeah. And I read about it and I just started like getting really teary eyed and I cried. And I thought it was really weird to cry over the death of this. But again, it's one of those things where it's like, in Joseph Krasinski, I trust. Tron Legacy was fucking amazing. Oblivion, I really, really, really liked.
That's a really fun movie, right?
It is a fun movie. It's a really good movie. And this one I know is going to be good, but it's that whole weird notion of just like, okay, maybe, you know what? If I'm not quite there yet. And that's on me. That's on me. I hear the movie's amazing. Everyone tells me it's fantastic. I really want to go see it. I just haven't, like, when the time has come up, I'm all like, you know, it's kind of like, I just don't know yet. Like, that's tough for me. It is. I don't know why there's a hang up there.
You need to see it on the big screen, Matt, if it was still around. And look, everybody in the chat, this is Matt's video after he sees Top Gun that night. Why didn't I watch this earlier?
Well, I said the same thing about John Wick. I didn't see John Wick until 2017, right before John Wick Chapter 2. Even though I owned the Blu-ray, I bought the Blu-ray for John Wick when it came out in early 2015, but I never opened it, and it wasn't until right before John Wick Chapter 2 that I finally watched John Wick. And I legitimately looked at my girlfriend. I'm like, God damn it, I shouldn't have fucking waited all this fucking time to see this fucking movie. But then again, it's been 3 years.
With the Bob Odenkirk movie, Nobody.
Oh, Nobody? Well, I just saw Nobody a few months ago.
I was like, why did I not see this in theaters?
I still haven't seen John Wick Chapter 3. So,
oh my God.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to marathon them before the fourth one comes out. I'm just going to watch all of them. It's like, I haven't seen Halloween 2018 or Halloween Kills. I'm going to watch those next week before watching, Halloween Ends. I also I thought about it today. Do you know I've never seen Hellraiser, the original Hellraiser? I've never seen it.
I watched it one time. I don't like
I
them.
think,
I'm not
or
a
I
Clive
might have
Barker
seen.
fan.
I might have seen the very ending of it where it's like daylight. It's like daylight, and it's like this. She's got the girl's got the box. I vaguely remember it. But you know, like there's certain movies you see, certain movies you don't. But you know what? I'm gonna watch the fuck out of the new Hellraiser this week. So you got to get to that kind of stuff there.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I've watched him, but I'm not a big Clive Barker fan, bro.
I understand that. Clive Barker is definitely hit or miss here. Forrest 1000, sorry I missed this buddy a few minutes ago, says, I know Snyder fans want Cavill to come back, but do general audiences care if Cavill shows up? That is a very good question.
I think audiences care if Superman shows up, guys. That's
a big distinction, Chris. I think that might be more of the distinction, to be honest.
If you see
I think they just want to see
Superman's yeah, that's what I really think that. Now if they're like, oh, that's the same Superman from Batman and Superman, that's the same Superman from Justice League. They don't care which cut, Snyder cut or Justice. They don't care.
Wait. What the hell is this comment?
So, well, Dave the Film Junkie is a great guy who has a right attitude regarding Black Adam, not like Jarbo who complains every time. I have been talking about the marketing. Have I not said? Did I not buy tickets to see the movie?
That's bait, Matt. You're
I bought my tickets already. First day, first showing. I even wrote it down on my fucking calendar to make sure to tell my girlfriend at this time, at this date, I am unavailable. My ass is going to a movie. It's on my calendar, so she knows to watch the kids while I go off and watch the movie. I've been critical of the marketing because I don't feel that the marketing is very good. And I'm wondering how it's resonating with people. But have I in any way point in time said I want the movie to fail or that I'm not going to go see it? No. So no, Dave the Film Junkie can say whatever. I don't know what he said about it, right? And wait and see.
Where do these people come from?
I don't know. I don't know.
Twist words around. You think? Look, everybody in the chat, pretty much, and everyone on this panel, and everyone I know is excited to go see this Black Adam movie. Okay,
everyone's gonna go see it. I don't know. Anyone's like, no, I'm not gonna watch it.
But look, RJ, remember I was talking all that shit about how I live in the Midwest. I can always get tickets. They don't sell out here. You guys in the big cities are screwed. Blah blah blah. I went to get Wakanda tickets. Sold the fuck out, bro. I can't find one ticket. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I talked all that shit. I jinxed myself. What I did.
I think for me, like, I'm just looking forward to, like, you know, I just want to see what happens with this movie. I'm going to feel like, I'll tell you this, I'm going to feel bad. I'll be honest. I'll feel like if the movie fails to perform, I'll feel two things. One is I'll feel vindicated, and two is I'll feel bad. And that's being fair because because my opinion, I've been pretty consistent in my opinion. A lot of other people seem to be agreeing with me. If you start looking at the conversation, dude, the conversation about Black Adam even on TikTok is like, who the fuck is this movie for? You know, like, does anyone even care about this movie? Like, I've seen people bringing it up and they're like, it's black, whatever. It's The Rock. You know, I legitimately was at a Mexican restaurant last week, overheard 3 teenagers talking about The Rock and how he just does another movie like The Rock. You know, they're making fun of Red Notice for how bad that was.
This trailer and the things being said in the trailer and the things I've seen and some of the marketing leads me to believe that they really are trying to build a franchise out of this.
I hope so.
Well, they're trying to actually do something for once with DC. Be like, okay, let's actually build something with this movie. So
it's like, maybe why they
the vindication. Well, William, the vindication is the fact that you can't really say that the decision is the last. You've got you have got to, and I mean this like 100%. Move the F on from the last regime. All right. Because the new regime has been in charge for 6 months, and the new regime was in charge when Black Adam was moved from July until November or until October. So if Black Adam had come out when it was originally set to come out, which was July, then I would agree with you. But they made the decision to do the movie switch up, which means that they're also handling the marketing for it, and they're doing their bits on there, and it hasn't connected. So you need to move on from this last regime, go all or end all be all for criticism. The marketing has been in the works for a long time, but they're the ones that are in control now. So you got to stop that because I think that's really, really disingenuous.
And I you know, I've been wanting to say this for a few days. I always forget to say it, but ever since coming I've always been a nerd. Everyone knows that. But ever since coming deep into the nerd circle about 3 years ago,
coming in
real deep, actually learning all this business side of it and marketing. Let me just tell you, I'm starting to feel like Kevin Smith, man. I'm almost to the point where I don't want scoops. I don't want to see how the sausage is made. It's taking away the magic of the movie for me, man. Because I catch myself going, "Ooh, is this movie going to make the $600 million it needs to make?" Instead of going, "Hey, man, I just want to go see a fucking movie and have fun." You know, like, I'm really catching that vibe. You know,
there's a difference though.
About, right,
yeah. There's a difference though in how the sausage is made versus what you think might be in the sausage. You know what I mean? Where it's like, you know, it's like you like hot dogs, but you're like, I don't know if I really want the horse, pig, and
right.
You know,
it's like
meat.
you don't want to.
You don't want to know. Yeah.
So it's gotta suck for guys like you. It's gotta.
No, because the thing is, like, dude, I love watching behind the scenes footage. I don't mind. Like, I love watching all that shit. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, but would you want to watch the behind the scenes footage and all that stuff before you see the movie? Isn't it better after? The movie?
Well, in some cases, I think in many instances, it's definitely better after the fact. But they do try to market to different people. They do try to market to different, to different types of fans, I guess you could say. You know, but I'll tell you, this is probably one of the coolest videos I saw was actually after the Batman came out, and Warner Brothers put out the little sizzle about how they used the stagecraft technology. And I thought it was only for one scene because that's what I thought I'd read was just the fucking rooftop shit with Catwoman, right? But they actually used it a bunch for a bunch of different scenes in the movie.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
When they showed us about how they were filmed. Like I was like, whoa, this Mandalorian filming style is totally different. This new stuff they're using, and that's really cool. But I don't know. I'm starting to get so wrapped up in this stuff that it's like, I wish I knew how to articulate it properly, but it has taken away some of the childhood that was still in me, left to go see the movies and be like, I remember going in the movie and not having any clue what it was going to be about. And walking out going, that was, a little bit of a trailer, but dude, I knew what Andor was going to be about. I'm a huge Star Wars guy. I like surprises still. I couldn't escape finding out the plot and everything that was going to happen in Andor 6 months before it even, came out, like when it got announced. And I'm just,
I'll tell you this though. I don't fucking, I don't subscribe to that shit like anymore. I try not to look at the leaks. Some stuff makes its way around.
Yeah,
I'm trying to break away from that stuff.
Culture.
I really do hate scoop culture, and I hate scoop. Well, and the funny thing about that too is I actually
okay with it, but now like you.
No, I'm actually, because I do need to start getting to it because I have to be up with the kids in the morning. There's a couple little videos to watch, but no, there's this one. I do give credit, to small screen. Because I talked with Edward, the guy in charge over there. I talked with James, the CTO. He's come on here before for like a 5-hour stream. James and I talk pretty frequently. And we will talk about the process. James and I talk about the process, not so much Edward and I, but I think Edward has the way Edward approaches it is in my view, more of a journalistic, I don't know if I'd say necessarily wait and see, I think more of a wait and see approach. He doesn't run with everything. And they talk about things as they happen, but they put out a video today actually, and it is all about Zack Snyder and the DCEU, saying here Zack Snyder is done with DC Films exclusive. So, and the thing is, I'm not the biggest fan of the scoop culture game, but I do feel that Edward, because I've criticized small screen on getting factoids wrong, and they've changed it. I don't know if that's James or Edwards or whomever, but I think they actually care. When I look at people like Mikey and Sil at this point, it's literally just about how much money they can make. I don't view that as being ethical. I do view I don't care about scoop culture. I care about ethics.
And they see that the cash cow is dying, so they're going to double down on everything.
I really feel there's been a fair amount of
the biggest thing, again, I'm not trying to get in trouble or anything, but I really don't care.
Why would you get in trouble?
Because for some reason I do.
I've wanted to shut Jeff Grubb up for fucking 8 goddamn fucking years. That motherfucker came out, dude. Oh, I don't even want to get into it. It's a Gamergate thing, but yeah.
Oh my God, that's old
it's
school.
An old school shit. Devin here says, I don't like scoops, but I love behind the scenes disaster dishing, aka Fanforstic. Yeah, that's different though. That's totally different. That shit's that's what happened with the original, Justice League back in 5 years ago. That was some seriously interesting behind the scenes drama. Where things are now is just like, did you guys hear Zack Snyder is going to come back as soon as he's done with Rebel Moon Part 48? But that's okay. Netflix is going to let him shoot everything back to 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 back, and then and then Planet of the Dead, Army of the Dead 2, Planet of the Dead 28,000, and then that's going to be in 7 years, guys, and then he's going to be back at DC. It's totally cool. It's like, what the fuck?
Dude, I might be dead in 7 years. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Like, again, it's just all craziness.
I'm gonna let you guys watch your videos. I'm gonna dip out and watch the channel, so it's easy for you to close the show. I heard you say you want to unwind.
No. It's this is only 3 minutes. I've already watched this. I gotta go get something to drink real quick because my throat's drying up like a motherfucker. No. I gotta.
You're trying to shut shit down, motherfucker. Don't get. I am gonna
shut. I am gonna shut shit down. I was trying to get done a little earlier to be able to go play some goddamn fucking video games. But that's not
I got some new glasses. I remember I told you guys the diabetes has wrecked my eyes.
Yeah.
Well, I got some new glasses with that blue light blocker stuff, and I can see the screen again. And that's all I've been doing, Maddie, is gaming, man. Grid, Battlefield, my Switch. I've been playing. You should have heard the
Did you get Return to Monkey Island?
No, I don't want to. I don't want to take over the stream, but let me tell you the feeling that you get when you've had a Switch on the shelf for years that you haven't opened, and then you finally open it. The crack of that cardboard, it's like Christmas morning, dude. And I didn't even remember how to set my Switch up. It was crazy, dude, just to play some Mario Kart. But I'm having a blast.
I just started playing my Switch again. You know, did I ever tell you I lost my Switch? I lost it 5 years ago at LAX.
How you? Oh, okay. William, I already told you you're in my will.
But I got it back.
All my shit's yours when I'm gone. It's our collection now. It's ours. Okay, go ahead, Maddie.
No, but I got it back.
How?
I don't know.
Did they know you? Did they go, wait, you're Mundane Matt. You're the silver play button guy. We love you.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. But let me see if I got it. If I still got it here. It's here we go. I've actually kept this video clip for 5 years now.
On your way through, like they were like, Matt,
so
wait a minute.
This is from like November or end of October, early November 2017. And this is shot on my GoPro, one of my little GoPros I got. And I this is where I just got a package in the mail, unopened from Southwest, that I believed was containing my Switch. This is like, I haven't posted this publicly. This is actually something I've been sitting on for years.
How the fuck would they know?
You can file the report. I personally think it was stolen. And then I think the guy got freaked out, like when I filed a report. And I think because I don't know if I talk about it here, but it's a short video, but here, check this out.
Okay. So, my Nintendo Switch was gone, as I've talked about on social media. It was missing a few weeks ago when I went through TSA and LAX, and I just got the package, just arrived, that supposedly has it in it. So I don't know. We're going to open this thing up, if I could figure out how to open it, and then go from there. I might need to.
So I had to pay $50.
You know, I don't know. Oh, there we go. The tab. So the story essentially goes, one-handed sucks. I went through TSA.
One-handed sucks.
And
mind.
my supposed to be there. All right, I just wanted it. Oh shit. Oh shit. It's my Switch.
Yeah, I'd be happy.
It is actually my Nintendo Switch. Holy crap. Let's see. This is going to be a
look at that
video.
fat neck. Look at that.
So I'm using my GoPro.
Fucking, my neck isn't any smaller now, to be fair.
You keep yourself nice. Groomed up pretty nice, though, man.
Yeah, but it's a chin strap. It just looks terrible.
All right, the Switch is there.
You're so silly.
The games are there. Are the games there? Everything there?
I know. It's like, show the goddamn thing, fatty.
I know. It's like, show it.
Show it. I was one-handing it. It was very difficult.
Yep. Holy shit. No, it's mine. Let's make sure it works.
Okay, fuck it. So I don't want to see. This is like old fatter Matt. So anyway, the story was I went through TSA. They asked to search my bag. I took out the Switch because I had that in my laptop in my bag, and I thought I put everything back. I go through TSA. I go get on the plane, fly from LAX to Oakland where I had a layover. And then I went in Oakland, tried to pull out the Switch to play it. Switch was gone. So I noticed it in Oakland, got back to Seattle the next day, contacted Southwest, filed a missing item report, a lost item report, and thinking I'm never going to get it back, right? Because they email me.
That's what I would have been thinking.
They email me back and they go, nothing matches the description. And I'm like, fuck. All right. Or they go, we didn't find it. I'm like, great. Okay, well that's 500. You know, I think I had like 4 or 5 games in there, and the Switch had just come out like 6 months earlier. So it's like there's like $600-700 on the fucking toilet, right? Or $500, right? And I was just getting ready to have my kid, so I'm like, I don't have the money to go buy another one. But then like shit, 2 weeks pass, right? I get this random email and they're like, yeah, we found something matching your item in like Iowa or some things like somewhere back east, right? Somewhere Midwest, East Coast or whatever. I forget where. And I'm like, how the fuck did it get to wherever it's at, you know? And they go, if you want it, you got to pay us $50 for shipping. Sight unseen, completely sight unseen.
Wow.
No idea what it is, right? I'm like, okay. So I pay him the $50 and that's what you guys saw is they sent it to my house, opened up. It's my Nintendo Switch. All my games were there. Breath of the Wild, ARMS. I think I had Mario X Rabbids at the time. No, that one hadn't come out yet. But a couple of games and it's fucking, I'm looking at my Switch right now. I still play it. You know, I put it down for a while because whatever, but I've been playing Monkey Island and it's a blast. So it's just sometimes you get lucky with that. I don't know how I got that lucky, but because I mean, come on, if I would have found a Nintendo Switch, like, you know, what's the likelihood of like, you know, being able to actually return it to the person?
Right. It's just like, but also too, it's like most people wouldn't even bother returning it either.
Oh yeah, and I tell you, I play mine honestly, no joke. I play mine at my mom and dad's. That's where I play it. That's where I leave it. It's a long story. Sentimental value. It was a gift from someone important, and I play it there. But some of the games are so like those Zelda games. I don't understand them. Like I've never played RPGs until I got into like it was Destiny that opened the door for Dark Souls, and then I jumped head first into Dark Souls, and now I can't get enough of that kind of stuff. Sekiro, I just can't get enough of it, you know. And I really want to. I wish William or Devin played Dark Souls so I could jump into their games, raid their games, and kill them while they're on missions. Like that like happens to me. I think it'd be fun.
I did that a lot in the first Watch Dogs games. I would grief the hell out of players.
Because
like a lot of people
and fight Devin and you know, see what happens. Just to fuck.
You got to do it. Yeah, you got to do it. So anyway, that was my Switch story. But
that's a
you
cool
know,
story,
any Joy-Con drift? No Joy-Con drift. It's a launch. It's a original launch Switch. Still fantastic. I got the Ring Fit Adventure. I need to fucking start playing that shit again. You know, I'm an asthmatic and I was actually able to do like a 1/4-mile run with that thing because you know what? Gamification works. I'm sorry. Gamification works.
You don't game at all, William? Really? Wow, we don't game at all. I can see that because we're the same age. And William's always like all business. He really is all business. You know what I mean? But like Devin, William, you don't know you're missing, man. And did anybody watch Devin's video earlier? I don't know anything about that game he's talking about. But he looked so excited in that video that they're remastering these two. I can't even say it.
Which ones are they?
Suicune, whatever that. I don't know what it's called.
RJ, you're the weeb.
I have no clue what they're talking about.
He's super excited about the re-release of these two games, and it's SUI something. Sui something. Well, it's all one word.
Oh, Suikoden.
Yeah, and he's like, and I was like, look how excited he is about this game. He's like, this is making me want to play this game, and I've already beat it a million times. You know what I'm like that with? For Halloween, I'm getting ready to do Resident Evil 4 again on Twitch, or I'm going to stream it live for everybody. Face cam, everything. I'm going to do the Resident Evil stuff. I don't know. This October has kind of really bit me. We're only a few days into it. I'm already having a blast.
Did you listen to my stream last night?
I'm in, bro. Fuck Christmas. Let's do
fuck Christmas. I completely called that shit too. So there you go. You can tell how clean a house is when the fridge is a mirror. We had just got the fridge like 6 months earlier. We had just moved into this was November 2017. We had just moved into the house in April. So it was like fucking 5 months earlier and shit. Or no, 7 months. I forget. Man, my math is gone. But anyway, it's getting late. Okay, so I want to check this out here from Small Screen because this is them talking about. Listen to them talk about their sources. I know sources be sources, but just listen to the approach versus other people who might say shit.
Don't hate on us. Right out of the gate, we'll tell you we're not anti-Snyder or anti-Snyderverse.
I never said that.
You can watch our history of the Snyderverse and our Why the Film Industry Should Restore the Snyderverse videos, our live streams on Snyder, and our countless articles on the whole thing for proof of that fact. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, let's go over what we were told by a source with very close ties to Warner Brothers about the future of the Snyderverse and whether Zack will ever get to direct another DC Comics movie. We started off by asking them straight out whether the Snyderverse would be continuing at WB Discovery and whether there were any plans to bring Zack Snyder back. They revealed to us that the Snyderverse isn't carrying on. Yup, that was pretty blunt, but they continued, adding that following the Warner Media and Discovery merger, the studio wants to focus on making new DC content. However, they also said that they wanted to make big blockbusters, and they're looking to focus on characters like Superman, Batman, Aquaman, and yes, The Flash.
What?
This would explain why Warner Brothers opted to cancel the Batgirl movie. They felt like the movie wasn't going to be big enough to perform on the big screen, and they don't really seem to care about streaming. This information was then backed up by another source we reached out to. When asked about the Snyderverse and Zack Snyder's future with DC Films, they stated that the Snyderverse isn't carrying on, as in we won't be seeing a Justice League 2 anytime soon. This comes after there was a report suggesting that the Flash director Andy Muschietti might be directing Justice League 2 for Warner Brothers. However, that might not actually be Justice League 2, it could just be a new Justice League movie. Or a Flash sequel. The source then went on to claim that Zack won't be directing another DC movie for Warner's. That relationship is broken, and they didn't believe that the relationship could be fixed at this time. However, with new leadership in charge, there could be a way back for Zack, and a way to fix the broken relationship between the two parties. The source added that this would require both sides to set aside their egos, and they stressed that both Snyder and Warner Brothers have very big egos. It's personal for Warner Brothers. This point was brought up by multiple sources we spoke to. One of them stated that he pissed off a lot of very important people, which was in reference to Zack's antics when he basically stole the movie reels of his cut of Justice League directly from Warner Brothers and refused to return them.
Did I really do that?
Any other director would have been in very serious legal trouble. But Zack has a lot of clout in Hollywood, and also has a very big following online that many movie studios seem to be very wary of.
I brought more soldiers than you did.
Okay, all of this doesn't mean that the Snyderverse is dead necessarily. Our sources all highlighted the fact that Warner Brothers want to carry on with the same actors that were in the Zack Snyder DC movies. We already know that Ben Affleck is returning as Batman in Aquaman in the Lost Kingdom and the Flash movie. We still have Jason Momoa as Aquaman and Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. The only real question mark seems to be over Henry Cavill's Superman. None of our sources were able to tell us whether he'll be returning as the Man of Steel in the DC universe. However, one of them did reveal to us that he will not be in Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam. This news is bittersweet. It seems as though Zack Snyder's time making DC Comics movies is over. His legacy will, however, live on thanks to some fantastic casting. We would love it if WB Discovery made Zack Snyder's Justice League canon, but we're not even sure what they're doing on that front. We did ask all our sources about that, but we got no clear answer regarding that matter.
That's rude.
We know it's not the best news in the world, but we think we should all be very excited to see what Warner Brothers can do next with its DC content. Thanks for watching and see you next time.
So I have to ask, did the So Nation respond to this at all?
I don't know. That news.
I thought they liked Small Screen over there.
I mean, Small Screen stays relatively neutral on that stuff. They don't tend to get involved in a lot of the other bullshit. They actually talk about things that are going on.
Well,
they're really. I'll tell you this though. They're really big into Mindhunter. If you're and they've said that Netflix apparently is like wanting to work on another Mindhunter season or something like that.
Well, here's what I feel like, and I'm just gonna have to call out Warner Brothers. I'm gonna have to call out The Rock. Yeah, like he's really gonna hear me. I don't know, Jarbo, you're pretty big. He might hear. I just have to say,
is that a fat joke?
I think no. I think that there are people that watch YouTube. I do. I think they do. And
really, 2 billion people a month. Only
celebrities, like people that might hear. You said some, but I'm getting sidetracked. Look, Warner Brothers, The Rock, Black Adam people, all that. If you guys don't use Superman, I don't care who it is. It don't have to be Cavill. If you don't put Superman in a movie soon, y'all some fucking punks. Because it makes it look like Zack took that from you. Okay. And I just want to say, as much as I love Zack Snyder, he does not own the DC IP. He does not own these characters. And Warner Brothers is acting like, no, we can't touch anything above Zack right now. Nothing. We have to get rid of Superman, Wonder Woman back. But they're sneaking all these other people back in. You know what I mean? They're sneaking back. I mean, they're not really sneaking because it's on Instagram, but they're slowly bringing back, okay, Wonder Woman's going to be in this movie. Ben Affleck's going to be in this movie. We got the Holy Trinity back, blah, blah, blah. If something doesn't come through with Superman, people are going to be pissed. You can't show a picture with all three of those people together recently and not expect Superman to come back. And that's one thing I agree with William on. Your IP is dead if you don't bring back the Holy Trinity. I really believe that. I don't know if anybody else does, but I think Warner Brothers looks like some punks, man. They really do.
They need to get their shit in check, but again, a lot of it is trying to. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it is. Look,
I'm sorry, Matt. I don't want to, but Fourth is right. You're right. I forgot. Matt was a big part of TMZ not too long ago for saying Superman was too old. I remember that.
Man, you gotta love a good shit post. You gotta love a good shit post.
Like they had you on there front and center, like who the fuck is this?
And
guy?
they didn't even have the balls to like put in like whoever wrote the article. It was just from a TMZ staff writer or some shit.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just thought that was a great point that Fourth made. Because yeah, see, I was right. Like they threw you right on the front page, and they were
That's fine.
This guy says, and I'm like,
yeah, this random asshole on Twitter, and they're just
right?
like, he clearly has clout. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves here.
But everybody else was like, who the fuck is this guy? We all knew who you were, but everybody on the TMZ side were like, who the fuck is what is a Matt Jarbo?
yeah. Wait, this guy got Trump elected? What? Jesus Christ. It's just fucking insane. No, I don't know. I mean, look, the subject matter of Soups and everything else is like is the one everyone's really talking about, right? So I think, again, Black Adam is ultimately inconsequential to the overall conversation. If the conversation is Henry Cavill, yay or nay, and if it's yay, when, like that is what they need to focus on. If you want money, you're going to have to bruise The Rock's ego, and you're going to need to show it.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about the ego part with The Rock.
The ego is a massive thing.
Someone told me it's really in his contract that he can only lose one fight a movie and he has to be able to come back and win the second fight. And I was like, with anybody else, I'd be like, that's a shit post. But with this one, I was like, I don't know, maybe.
I don't know.
I'm not a Superman guy, Maddie. I'm not. I've never been. But once I got in this circle and we started paying attention to all that stuff, I had no idea how loved Superman is. Like, he's massive, bro. Like, people want this guy.
I think Superman is bigger overseas than he is domestically. I do. I think Superman is bigger overseas, and I think it has a lot to do with the idea that he's very similar. He's a very Jesus-like character, and he's been that way. He's been that way for goddamn near 50 years. So a lot of people look at him as being very Christ-like, and Snyder played up that, even though Snyder is basically like a left-leaning libertarian, but he played up that concept in Man of Steel. And in the other ones as well. So it's like people kind of hold on to that shit. And there was even the whole stuff in BVS with like him basically appearing Christ-like in Latin America.
See, that's why you and I are different, and William, and you guys always think that's why I say when I listen to you guys, I know I'm getting the truth. Because you think business like, and you guys think globally. I'm one of those assholes that always think about here. I never think about, when you make a movie, you want to make money worldwide. You have to really apply your shit and your craft and your art to trying to cater to a world audience, not a North American audience, not a USA audience. I always forget that shit. Man, I hope that doesn't make me a xenophobe. I'm just saying that's just how I think. You know what I mean?
No, it doesn't make you xenophobic to not think about other countries. It just makes you a dick. Or an American, right? That's largely because Americans view themselves as top of the food chain. Nothing else matters. No one else out there means a damn thing. Which country? Sri Lanka. Fuck Sri Lanka. I don't even know who they are. Yeah. It's all. Is that next to Hogwarts? I don't know my geography because American schools don't teach it. They don't. They just are terrible.
I really am like that. Like it's our Hollywood. People are watching our stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's ours. You know what I mean? That is a real dick move. I know, but it's like you're trying to close on the street. I don't want to get into a big rant, but I do not like the way things will be pushed on us over here, but then they'll break the rules for China. You know what I mean? Little shit like that sets me off. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Well, they do that because China puts in the money. Like
Exactly.
at least it
it
used
all
to.
comes down to money in the end because they think globally, businessly, and business globally, businessly. And I don't ever think like that. I always think, you have, when you're making a movie, you have to think about a world audience, not an American audience. I'm just dumb. I'm just dumb like that. And I'm like, man, I hope that don't make me a xenophobe and I don't even know it. Like internalized xenophobia. Fuck you. That's funny. I don't give a shit.
I think it only really applies if you're like, fuck the other country or whatever. If you're actively calling for them like to be either dismantled or destroyed. Otherwise, you're just lazy. I think if anyone has this going, I'm just lazy.
Yeah, I'm just lazy. I'm way into that side of things.
McLeod here says most Westerners are hardwired that way. We are. We very much are.
I'm a bleeding heart when it comes to those other places, man. I really am, dude. I think about it all the time, like the bad, like war crimes and shit. I think about it probably more than I should, but I don't think about it when it's Hollywood for some reason. I don't know.
Well, Hollywood has that particular problem where they kind of glorify a lot of stuff, and because we get that dopamine hit from watching these movies, we tend to look. I mean, look at the Cold War films from the '80s, right? Like, look at look at how great First Blood was, talking about like the whole issue involving
PTSD
and the Vietnam War and the fallout over that and everything else and how hated soldiers were. And then you watch First Blood Part 2, right? And it's just like, hey,
I'm going over to Asia and kill everybody.
Can you go to Asia and just like slaughter a fuck ton of people? Okay,
on.
great.
It's like,
Okay, cool.
Okay, let's go for it.
Rambo 3. Oh, you're going to team up with the
Mujahideen to fight the
Mujahideen warriors and fight on behalf of fucking Reagan. And it's like, okay, right? But I mean, like, there was a lot of movies about that back then, like Delta Force, man. I still remember Delta Force 3.
I've never seen 2 or 3, but that first one, that theme song plays in my head over and over because I watched it so many times as a kid. You know what I mean? I didn't even realize that the bad guy in Delta Force is the good guy bounty hunter in Jackie Brown, the Tarantino movie that falls in love with Pam Grier. It's the same dude.
Robert Forster?
Yeah, it's the same dude.
H-Barts for 2 Bones says Taiwan, real China. There you go. You can't really say that though, because our government won't officially endorse that, considering the fact that we still have like the one China policy. Even Biden admission. I don't want to get into politics right now. It's too fucking late.
It is too late.
But I would say
on that. I do agree, and me and McLeod don't agree on a lot. But yeah, Red Dawn.
Devin here says Delta Force is an amazing movie. Devin, did you ever see Delta Force 3? I just love the ending of that movie. I don't know why. So the ending of Delta Force 3 is like, Delta Force is trying to like, if I recall, there's like basically a dirty bomb gets smuggled into the United States. And there's a wounded reporter and she's got a wheelchair and it's in the bottom of the wheelchair. And she's being like, her assistant is a radical, from whatever Middle East country they're at in the beginning of the movie. And then like, he's got a metal plate, he's got like a pressure plate, right? And so he basically like activates the pressure plate and he's all like, come near me, I'll blow it up, blah, blah, blah. And so like, you've got the 2 main guys and one of them is doing this run at him. He's going to like tackle him or whatever, or try to like dive at him or whatever. And like the older dude from up top of the rafters, like throws his knife towards the second guy. And the second guy's running in slow-mo, jumps in midair, grabs the knife like Hill in midair, stabs it through the foot of the terrorist, like pinning down the plate. And then as that happens, the guy up top pulls out his sidearm and one-shots the guy right in the fucking head.
That's
right. And then the fucking last line of that goddamn movie is just like the guy on the ground. He just goes like, looks at the guy up top and just goes, nice shot. And then And then the guy looks back and goes, "Oh, nice throw," or whatever it is, you know? It is just
Matt,
like,
you know about old movies, right?
dude,
Okay,
I
so-
mean, I know a bit. Like,
okay, well, you know Delta Force. When I was a kid, my greatest thing, I was like, dude, buggies with guns on them, motorcycles with machine guns on them. Like, that's the kid in me that really wanted to see that movie. But there was a movie before that. I'm not even kidding, guys, called Mega Force, where they had like these futuristic motorcycles and buggies, and the motorcycle wings would come off of it and it would fly. And I'm telling you, Delta Force is a total ripoff of that movie.
there's so many of those from back then. Like, I still have yet to find anyone else who's ever seen Chuck Norris in The Hitman.
Oh, I've seen The Hitman.
The Hitman was fucking brutal.
Yeah,
Man. It was fucking brutal.
I saw that at the theater. I had to sneak in and it sucked.
You didn't like the movie?
I didn't get it. As a kid, I didn't get it. As an adult, if I rewatched it, I bet I would get it. I was young when that came out, man. I can still remember the cover He's in a trench coat with like a Mac 10 or something.
Because no, it's a sawed off. It's a sawed off.
Yeah, okay, maybe
that was his thing. It was a sawed off. Like, because he was a hitman. He was a hitman for the mob. And then he gets and then like they try to kill him, and then like he goes like into kind of a coma, gets up, and then like hunts the mob and kills them down. Hunts them down and kills them. It's a standard 80s action story. It's like, okay, put one big name star up against like 50 dudes and just have, you know, bullet effects and squibs and charges and all sorts of stuff. Blow crap up, and you're gonna make a lot of money. And you know, I think at this point in time, like, again, the one franchise that's kind of done best to recapture that has been John Wick. Like, the John Wick franchise is very simple, right? It's like,
but it's so well done, man. I've never seen anything like it. I remember watching that first one where he's just two-piecing everybody, double tapping everybody that comes in his house, perfect headshots, breaking. I mean,
well, I'll tell you this.
So
I think
different. You know what I mean? That movie.
What I think really hurt the franchise is, and if you watch the John Wick 4 trailer, is like in John Wick 2, they get the suit of armor that's bulletproof. And then now he's basically bulletproof.
Yeah, he's a T-800. Yeah, literally.
Essentially, unless he gets shot like in anywhere there's like exposed skin. So if you're watching the trailer of 4, he gets into a fight with that guy and they're just shooting at each other point blank. But they both have the suits of armor on, but there's like no bullet impact or whatever. It's like you would still feel the bullet. You know, it's like that was like the only thing I'm just like, okay, you know, like how fast he is and how fast he's taking those dudes out. Like, he trains for that. You can actually watch him train. That shit's cool.
Have you ever seen, oh God, it's a Christian Bale movie. It's the reason he got Batman. It's the reason he got the role in Batman.
Oh, Equilibrium.
Dude. I don't know. Christian Bale.
No, haven't seen it.
But I have no idea what happened to that director. But that dude knows his shit. It's like karate with guns. It's insane.
Didn't they call that gun fu? They called it gun fu.
I thought of it because Ryan Landis just left a comment that said gun fu, and it automatically made me think of
Kurt,
the Grammaton Clerics and Equilibrium.
Yeah, the director of that was Kurt Wimmer. Let's see, he wrote the Thomas Crown Affair. Which was a John McTiernan directed film. By the way, real quick here, news report came out today. John McTiernan is finally getting ready to direct this next movie.
Cool.
Do you know what John McTiernan has directed, RJ?
Absolutely, dude. Die Hard and all that, yeah.
Yeah. Predator, Last Action Hero, fucking 13th Warrior, Thomas Crown Affair.
I like and everybody hates. I love that movie. But I'm notorious for liking bad movies, Matt. I am. Yeah. People are like, "What?" I'm notorious. But 13th Warrior was a great movie. I could watch that right now. You know?
Oh yeah, it's great. So yeah, Kurt Wimmer went on to. So he wrote and directed Equilibrium. He wrote and directed Ultraviolet, the one with Mila Jovovich in it.
The vampire one.
Yeah, that was
vampires. Yeah,
that was not very great. But he wrote The Recruit, starring Colin Farrell. That was good. That was a good movie with Pacino.
Pacino, yeah.
Pacino. He wrote Law Abiding Citizen, which I thought was really good.
I love that movie.
He also wrote Street Kings, which starred Keanu.
That's a grimy movie. Have you ever seen it?
Street Kings I haven't, though. He wrote Salt.
Salt is fun. Street Kings is Keanu strung out on dope.
Okay.
And shit, and just he's a bad cop. He's the one cop that will go out and break the like. There's a child ring, okay, and they can't prove it. They can't get so he just goes in and executes those motherfuckers and makes them look like. And then he rescues all the kids. He's the cop that will do that, and then they turn on him, and it's Training Day on steroids. Street Kings, bro. It's Training Day on steroids. No joke. It's crazy. Forrest Whitaker kills it in that movie.
Nice. I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it. So is it streaming anywhere? Because I do.
I don't know, but the second one's great too. The second one that went straight to DVD, you would think, man, Ray Liotta killed it. It's one of Ray Liotta's best, last amazing movies. I think is Street Kings 2.
Let's see. Oh, wow. Oh, David Ayer directed it. I didn't realize.
David Ayer, that's my boy, man. I love everything.
Really?
Starring Keanu, Forrest Whitaker, Hugh Laurie, Chris Evans, Common, and The Game. Dude, Common is a fucking fantastic actor.
Common actor.
Yeah, I like his rap too because he's a poet rapper. I've always liked Common. Always.
I still think I loved him in Hell on Wheels, man. I was so pissed off with what happened to his character.
I'm trying to think of the one Christian Bale that was directed by David Ayer. You guys have maybe never seen it. It's awful, also brutal. It's got Eva Longoria in it.
Harsh Times. Yeah.
Wow, dude, I love David Ayer's style. I do.
Did anyone see The Tax Collector?
Is that the one where
that's Shia? And it's I never saw it. It came out in 2020. It came out right after they announced the Snyder Cut.
No.
That was the last movie that he did. I didn't realize that he wrote The Fast and the Furious and Training Day. David Ayer wrote U571.
Great submarine movie. Yeah.
I didn't realize that. He wrote Training. I knew about Training Day. I didn't know about Fast and the Furious. I'm sure he's one of the writers on that. He also wrote Dark Blue, which was kind of a resurgence for Kurt Russell.
Like this is what now think of all these movies you just named off, okay?
Okay.
Think of their styles. Also Brooklyn Finest with Ethan Hawke. Think of all the style that David Ayer has, okay? And then you tap him for Suicide Squad. It doesn't fit. It does not. I'm sorry. It didn't fit. It doesn't fit to me. Maybe that's why we do need to see the Ayer cut because Ayer did Fury. He did Brooklyn's Finest. He did Harsh Times. He did Training Day. He does a lot of really dirty Dark Blue where Kurt Russell's a dirty cop.
He didn't do Brooklyn's Finest. He's not listed here as doing Brooklyn's Finest.
I thought Brooklyn Finest was his, man.
No, he did. He wrote SWAT. He directed Harsh Times. He directed Street Kings. He did End of Watch, which I really liked.
Have you guys seen Dark Blue with Kurt Russell?
I haven't. I know about it though. I've seen Fury.
It's the day of the Rodney King riots. It takes place the same day of the Rodney King riots.
Okay.
And Kurt Russell's a dirty cop.
Oh, okay. I will say though, Fury was fucking awesome though. Fury was really good. I didn't see Sabotage.
My dad won't watch war movies. He won't because of his time in Vietnam. He just won't watch them. He'll watch.
I understand that.
He's watched maybe 3 Vietnam movies in his whole life, and it's always something where they don't show the war. For example, Rambo. That's about PTSD. Rambo is my dad, guys. No joke. He just never went off and flipped out on anybody. But Fury, he went to the theaters to see that. He wanted to see that so bad because it's a tank movie.
Yeah. Well, Anthony here asks, could Ayer come back to DC? I think with Ayer, he would come back. I think if they asked him to, and I say that because he plays nice. Ayer understands the game, right? Like Ayer understands the game, and he'll play nice with Warner Brothers. I think he even called it his home studio. Like he's never been bought. Like he wants to see his cut come out, but he's also never been bogged down by the politics of it.
Yeah, and Rational might be right. He said Suicide Squad is dark and gritty comic. That's up Ayer's alley. He's right. I've never read the Suicide comics. But I just thought, wait a minute, it's still Disney, you know what I mean? Or not Disney, it's still Warner Brothers, and they're not gonna let the comic book. They do it with the Joker. I don't know. Man.
No, I get it. I think part of it though is when you think about what they want to do with it, what they want to do with it back then, is they were trying to play quick catch up to Marvel, and I think like. The failure of the BVS theatrical cut really altered the trajectory of everything. So if it was Kevin Tushihara, the former head of Warner Brothers, who made that call to trim out a half hour and make it almost unwatchable theatrically, then that person, is the one who kicked off that first domino that then led to Zach being removed, Jeff Johns coming on in, the retooling of Suicide Squad and everything else after that.
Well, there are some scenes that had the Ayer feel, like when Harley's dancing and Common's like, "You got a good-looking wife," and Joker flips out and kills him.
That part makes no fucking sense, though. It doesn't make.
I know, but there's probably something connected to that.
I know there's a scene.
Feels like an Ayer scene.
I think like in the extended edition, there's more to that scene. I never quite got that whole. I always thought that was kind of weird. But I really enjoyed like Ike Barinholtz in the movie in Suicide Squad. I enjoyed the whole cast. I thought Jay Hernandez was awesome as El Diablo and shit. Like I was really bummed. Like Scott Eastwood was pretty decent in the movie. I thought everyone did a good job. Cara Delevingne, whatever. But like, Joel Kinnaman is the shit. Fucking Jai Courtney, Margot Robbie. I mean, like Viola Davis as Amanda Waller was excellent.
That's what I mean.
There's so much good about the Suicide Squad, even though the movie itself is not the best thing ever.
I just remember watching it going, this does not feel like a David Ayer movie. I thought I was going into a David Ayer like crime movie with real but I mean, I understand you got to work. It's a Kate movie. You still got to work within the boundaries of it. But I don't know. I never understood why they tapped him for that movie.
I don't remember why they did either. But then again, it's been so long. It might be worth looking into. It might be worth doing that. I still want to do some more of those. Do some more streams talking about.
Chuds are gonna have a field day.
Yeah, H-Parts. I watched it all 10 episodes. I've been buddy.
While you guys are in the conversation, I looked at the trending. Velma from Scooby-Doo is trending in the top 5 because apparently a new animated movie on Cartoon Network came out where they confirm that Velma's gay.
Oh wow! Here we go. Everybody's gonna be angry.
So
they also
Velma's trending like top 5 right now. It's blowing the fuck up.
Well, according to my For You, the number 1 is Civil War. So,
I'm looking at United States trends. Velma is at number 11.
All I'm saying is, I would not be
expect videos to be made.
Here's the thing with that, man. I don't watch those fucking guys. I really don't. I
don't either. I don't.
But
either.
It's
the people who make the content off those guys are gonna love that. So, Chris knows.
I know.
Oh yeah.
I know.
There was one thing I wanted to bring up real quick. I just thought it was really fucking stupid. And then we'll have to get to the
that thing, yeah.
Well,
I didn't mean to come on here and keep
no. It's all. I would have been up anyway. I would have been playing video games.
But he was lying to us, RJ. He was just trying to kick us to the curb. He's trying to ghost us so he could go get a couple fucking rounds in on that monkey game he's talking about.
Yes, nothing.
Okay.
Yeah,
at least you admitted. I love that about you. That's
Monkey
great.
Island. That's the kind of game that is.
Is it a platformer? What the fuck is Monkey Island? Is it another?
It's a point and click game.
It's a point and click adventure. Yeah.
Is it like the one I play? The Pets. What is it? What's the Switch game I play with the island?
Like those Telltale
places for your
games?
Pets. What is that called?
What?
I have no clue, Chris.
Guys, it's a huge game. It was the biggest game last year.
Animal Crossing?
There you go. Thank you.
Fortnite?
No, Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
No, it's a point and click. You remember the Telltale Walking Dead games?
Yeah, I had Wolf. The Wolf one too. Yeah, they were
Wolf
both
Among Us. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, but it's like the originator of that style.
I mean,
You were gonna diss us for a point and click game. You better have great cutscenes, dude. That's all I'm saying.
Motherfucker. It's a LucasArts game. Like it is old school.
And it's on Switch. Now you're making me want to play it, man.
It's on the Switch and it's on Steam. That's all it is. It's on those. But no. Hold on. I want to bring this up here. So I came across this earlier, right? So the Wrap put out this article here. Warner Brothers Discovery, DC chief is the best job in Hollywood that nobody wants. Written by Umberto. And I mean, this is where I think I only found out about this because the Comic Book Resources had done an article. Or comicbook.com did an article where they referenced it. And it's behind a paywall, right? So you're thinking, what's going to be in this article? How great is this article going to be? So coming over here to 12 Foot Ladder, I found the rest of the article. That's it.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Only
so
3 paragraphs?
It's only 3 paragraphs.
And you had to go to another place to find the rest of the
had to, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is all it is. I don't know. I mean,
get the fuck out of here. What is that about?
I don't know. This is what I found. That was pretty funny. But why would anyone want the job in the first? I mean, I don't know if this is their behind paywall content. It definitely kind of doesn't surprise me for being The Rap, to be honest with you. But I just thought that was pretty fucking funny.
The whole Who Wants to Be the Head? Okay, you know what? I could think of a lot of people that could probably do that job. I mean, nobody wants the headaches, but you know what? Put William in there. Will, you could pull that off. William, we're putting your name in the hat. Head of DC, brother. I think you could pull it off. I don't understand why everybody's running away from that, Matt. I don't get it.
Because they don't have, because of the studio interference.
Okay.
Because the fact that they hold green light power, and the Zaslav will hold green light power.
Also, nobody wants to be.
But RJ, if you get in there and you clean it up and you make it successful, you are the man who saved DC. You are a fucking hero.
True, but
you have to do a lot to save DC.
Yeah, I wouldn't jump to a bunch of hoops like that.
It's such a hard thing to do at this point.
Well, here's the thing: somebody has to come on in, and somebody has to be the janitor. All right, and that person who's the janitor is going to end up being loathed and hated by the fan base, meaning that they're not going to be in that job for very long. Then they're going to leave, and someone else will come in, and they'll reboot it, and then they'll be seen as the savior. What they need to do is Alan Smithy that shit.
They're looking for a rebound chick?
No, they need to find someone who is just going to take on the moniker and be the hated person, but not actually exist. Do you know who Alan Smithy is?
Isn't that like the whole? Isn't that what they did for the original Dune? They put a fake name up there, like that type of thing.
Yeah, if a director doesn't want to put their name on a movie, then they'll say directed by Alan Smithy. Yeah, and Eric Idle did like a mockumentary about it, And
who originally did Dune?
David Lynch.
Lynch, and I could see why Lynch was like, no, fuck that. Because later on, he produced masterpieces like Seven and Fight Club. So yeah, I get it. I can see why he didn't want his name on there. So yeah, I know what you mean by that.
Here's the thing, Rational. If you said, "Fine, Matt, you be DC president," I would actually do a good job.
Because he doesn't care about being hated.
You'd be canceled. You'd be canceled the first day, though.
I'd probably survive a couple days, but I'd just be like, "Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fucking
remember that guy
everything.
From TMZ? Yeah, he's running DC now. Ha ha.
No, God, Avi Arad. What if Avi Arad was running DC?
No,
David. What? No, David Fincher did not do Dune from 1986 or 84. That was Lynch.
No, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was.
It was
Fincher. No, I'm thinking Alien 3. I'm sorry.
Alien 3 was David Fincher.
Alien 3 was Fincher. Right. I'm thinking Lynch.
And that's a
Lost
fucking
Highway,
mess of a goddamn movie. Yeah.
Blue Velvet. Yeah, you're right. I get those two Davids mixed up. Good call though, man. Made me. I look like an idiot talking about David Lynch when he made Fight Club.
Oh, you said Fight Club? Okay, that's where we got there. Okay, I missed that part. I must have clicked off. So I'll show you this real quick here. This is the Secret of Monkey Island special edition.
360.
Oh, look, more point and click stuff.
Yeah, this is why it's a great game.
Yeah, I played this version, the 360 version. It was.
This is
really
definitely.
I give you 40 hours before they change the locks, Matty.
I could do a lot in 40 hours. If you gave me ultimate power, I could do a lot in 40 hours.
They take away your key.
I would do a lot of cocaine and I wouldn't sleep.
Then they send Chuck Norris the hitman after you to get the key.
Dude, the guy's like 78,000 years old. Okay, and here's what I've learned. Chris. Fear outruns anger. Okay. So if I got Chuck the Hitman Norris coming after my ass, I can run.
Here you go. Just outrun.
That's until I hear kill, die. Fuck, he's coming. He's fucking coming. But this is the thing is the Monkey Island games are pretty fucking fantastic. Check this out.
Meanwhile, deep beneath Monkey Island, the ghost pirate LeChuck.
Oh, it's that pirate game. I have seen this.
River of lava.
Captain LeChuck, sir.
There's nothing like the hot winds of hell blowing in your face.
No, sir.
So different from what they've done with it now.
Sir,
It's days like this that make you glad to be dead.
Oh,
he does have a Jeffrey Rush vibe, doesn't he?
Glad to be
Kinda.
dead.
You are glad to be dead.
Actually, I think this guy's the skeleton guy's in the new one too. with the same voice actor. I think it's the same guy.
The guy playing the big pirate that's alive, he's got a Jeffrey Rush vibe. That's awesome.
He does, yeah. This is not the best.
Into that before Pirates, huh?
I think the guy voicing the other pirate skeleton, the blue one, is Rob Paulson.
Oh, did he? I thought Ron Gilbert made the game.
No, Rob Paulson, the voice actor, is voicing that skeleton.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I will. And okay, Rob Paulson doing the VO. I think so. Either way, look. The thing is, Meta here says I got the collection on PC. It's amazing. Have you been playing Return to Monkey Island? Because it's a lot of fun.
I love games like that. So, the best part about games like that is that I don't know about you guys, but a lot of people don't do drugs, but I'm actually prescribed them, man. And my state's legal. You just get high and you vibe out and you play a game like that and you have a blast and it tells you a story. I love shit like that. It's like a big choose your own adventure on TV.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, those games are always a lot of fun. And, as always, it is definitely, good shit. Anyway, let's, hold on here. There's this one also. So this is what, Command Unit had asked to take a look at. This is the Black Legion audiobook trailer, fan tribute. So, let's give this a go. Cause he's kind of our 40K sponsor. And then RJ, get that other thing queued up though while we're doing this.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, get that other thing queued up. The other thing's
flipping, bro. What kind of code?
No. RJ's here as a guest. He's retired. He's retired. He's hit the geriatric age. He's an AARP YouTuber now.
19, RJ?
No, 23.
The world has been hard on you, bro. It's time to retire.
Well, do you hear my voice, dude? Like, I'm like dying.
He's not. Yeah. Oh, you guys bicker later. Let's play this goddamn thing.
The gods hate us. I truly believe this. They are unreasoning forces, emotion and action given etheric shape, burning forever behind the curtain of corporeality. But they hate us. I am convinced of it.
You were ignorant then, Ezekiel, and your place was to give counsel to a deluded fool. We are all far more than we were in that age of moronic optimism. You aren't an insolent soul, Kaon. Insubordination is something you must be driven to, not something in your blood. Why then do you persist with this? Tell me, Ezekiel. Tell me what lies in the warp's cry. The eye itself is shrieking your name. Unborn demons drift around you in a halo of torment. What is out there? What calls to you? What haunts you, brother? That is your father speaking, sorcerer. You speak with the vanity that Magnus the Red bred into your bones. And I will tell you why, sorcerer. It's because you are afraid. Afraid that I will fail you as our fathers failed us. Afraid that after rediscovering Brotherhood, I will be deceived into abandoning it once more. Afraid that the madness that claimed Horus will seep into my skull and leave me the same preening, deluded husk he was towards the end of his rebellion.
Without Abaddon, they have no hope of victory. If he would only choose one of them, if he would only commit his destiny to one of the gods, it would bring the great game of chaos to its final moves. But then Abaddon would lose. He fights for himself. It is said that Abaddon's destiny is an Ouroboros, the serpent devouring its own tail. As the Pantheon chases a submission he will never give, and he chases a triumph that may never come. And so I tell you this, as true as I have ever been in my entire life. Abaddon's entire existence is devoted to breaking the cycle. We, his brothers, are his instruments in forcing fate onto a new path. And thus I am here. Captured, if you believe my jailers, though I came to their door and surrendered my weapons of my own will. How long have I called this cell home? How long has my only company been the archival servitor that shares this space? Commencing a chronicle like this requires honesty, and these are the only words that feel true. Before the beginning, there was the end. 1,000 suns know me as Kaon the Black for my sins against our bloodline. My War Master's forces name me Kingbreaker, the mage who brought Magnus the Red to his knees. I am the war leader of the Kar-Shehan, a lord of the Izikarian, and a brother of Ezekiel Abaddon. I shed blood with him at the dawn of the Long War, when the first of us stood armored in black beneath the rising red sun. Every word on these pages is true.
Neat.
Okay.
Was that like an excerpt?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. He just
the
kind of
art's
says
really
it.
cool.
Like,
I was lost.
It's cool.
It's lore. It's cool. It's like, but it's kind of like, it just, I'll be honest. Like, we're joking. Down goes the mood. It's just such a tonally different thing.
Right. It's just like
I'm being truthful. It's not
bad. It's just like
it's not bad. It's
like
just
we make
it's
some,
so
like, dick jokes. It's like, oh, some
yeah. It's all like so like how much cock can an orc suck? And then you watch it and you're like, but the orc was my brother in battle. We shared the blood of our enemies speared across their faces. For I did not ask the question about how much cock he could suck, for he sucked my cock, and it was a lot. But we were warriors of virtue.
Accent. You're really good at that accent.
Lovers of pain and death. I am the Recusiarch of Athanas. I don't fucking know. I don't know. It's like I'm trying to get it. There's so much there. Like I just kind of feel like I need like a baby's first Warhammer book just to understand like the principles. Because we've watched a bunch of stuff and you look at it, you're like, all right, that's kind of cool. And then it's just like they go off and you're like, well, the visuals are really pretty, but then like the wording is like, oh my God, it's fuck Jesus Christ. Like layman's, like treat me like I'm Game of Thrones on the dialogue. Okay. Make it unique, make it intriguing, show me some titties and kill a bunch of fucking things. I think we're good.
I'm in.
But it's like when you're listening to it and they're just like, they say these words and I'm like, I have to Google that shit. And I'm a smart motherfucker, and I have to Google that shit.
Well, he said one of the first things he said was they hide behind a veiled wall of corporeality, and I'm like, does anyone even know what corporeality
what
is?
does that mean?
Corporeality means human form, being able to an avatar, being able to take human form, to take corporeal form, to take an actual flesh and blood form. But why wouldn't you just say they hide behind a veiled wall of non-flesh and blood form? But he said corporeality. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, I get it. I mean, it's very in depth. It's very deliberate, and that's cool. But it's like sometimes you got to be in the right mood for that stuff, and that's where things get to be a little bit like when we were like about a month ago. It was Command Unit's birthday, and so he had sponsored the stream. We watched a bunch of, we watched like an hour-long fan film, and then a 2.5-hour-long fan film. And like it was cool, but man, it was like the first one it got good towards the end, but like it was dry because it was just this conversation between two people. It was an interesting conversation.
I get it. Someone's trying to turn you on to something new that they did.
Yeah, it's difficult. It's
but
like
if I ever sponsor one of your streams, it's just me and you and everybody.
Is it just cocaine?
Watching.
Like is it just cocaine?
It's just whatever, and like all the best, stupidest dick and fart Kevin Smith scenes.
That's
know what
okay.
I mean?
Yeah,
like we'll all have fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I could sit here and show you guys like clips from Downton Abbey for 4 hours and you'd be like, fuck this. Like, I think HBarts would be like the only one like, fuck yeah, dude. I get that fucking reference, cackling up at, at Lady Grantham and shit, right? The Dutch,
no idea what that is. I've never watched an episode of it.
The Dowager Count's gonna be like, who the is Maggie? Goddamn. And you're gonna be like, I fucking care that Sybil is dead. Why she named her daughter Sybil? Like, what is going on here? World War I, fucking all this shit, right? All this craziness. Like, who the fuck is Thomas and why is he a dick? All of these things.
Why do you know all this?
Because I have watched the fuck out of that show on multiple occasions. I have watched. I love Downton Abbey, dude. I fucking love that shit. It's a British soap opera is what it is. It's a Victorian era soap opera. At the beginning of this stream, I went off about how, WWE fans and soap opera fans are basically cut from the same cloth. And
absolutely. Yeah, that's
and that's what triggered RJ to want to come on in and like, But
RJ can't deny that. That's exactly what we are. We watch it for the male soap opera.
Command Unit, we totally know that 40K is an IP from England. It is just, there is a dialogue or a vocabulary difference in some of those things, because like
we're not as smart as the Brits. We're dumb.
We don't. Yeah, like I don't use the word corporeal, but I do like the word cunt.
Yeah. Well, one that does talk like that, and it took me a minute. But it's a great Western. It's brilliant, but they talk like almost Shakespearean. Deadwood.
Never saw Deadwood.
You can understand the story, but they talk like soap opera. They talk in the old ways of what people would have talked like back then. They don't use any slang whatsoever. There is no, what is it where you put something in a movie that shouldn't be there or a story that shouldn't be there? The timeline wouldn't match up. A certain word that hadn't even been invented yet, but they'll throw it in like some old ancient King Arthur shit. They do that. They don't do that in Deadwood. Deadwood's brilliant. I can't believe you've never seen Deadwood. It's right up there with Sopranos.
I didn't have HBO for years.
I keep forgetting. It's right up there with Sopranos, dude. It's that good.
See, I could never get into Sopranos, but then again,
where Ian McShane came from.
True.
Deadwood.
I know I know Timothy Olyphant's in Deadwood as well, and there's a lot of love for Deadwood. I think for me though, the biggest thing, also Ian McShane, most wasted cameo in fucking Game of Thrones.
Right? Oh my God.
I mean, he was still good. Hound? He was still good for what he was there. And he definitely accomplished what the character set out to do. But at the same time, fuck you for giving him like that little screen
one
time.
Episode and then hanging.
Yeah, right. But then remember Ed Sheeran had a cameo that same season and everyone lost their shit.
Yeah.
Everyone, because there was an Ed Sheeran cameo and it's like, oh, but then again, I remember hearing about NSYNC apparently having cameos in the Clone Wars, right? Attack of the Clones. And like, talking shit. I remember like my friends and I were giving like George Lucas shit, like fucking NSYNC, man. What kind of stupid shit's that? And my boss goes, "Did you see him in the movie? No. Do you know where they are in the movie? No." He's like, "Then shut the fuck up."
Yeah. What's his name? Was
like,
in, what's his name? The James Bond.
Daniel Craig was in. Yeah.
He was in Force Awakens.
He was in Force. Well, and Prince Harry and the other one. Was it? What are the princes? I know Prince Harry is one of them.
Harry, Larry, Jerry.
Oh. No, it's Charles. There's Charles.
It's Charles. Well, now it's King Charles.
It's King Charles, and there's William.
Prince William and Prince Henry.
Yeah, William and Harry.
They're both. They have cameo appearances in in The Last Jedi as stormtroopers and shit. Like,
yeah, because some people just want to be in a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
There's probably people in there that only Spielberg and like Lucas know about as jokes, as gags. You know what I mean? Like, I can see that.
100%. All right, guys. So yeah, we are gonna end it here in a minute, but there's something here you guys have got to see.
You got to set this up, Matt. So what's
okay? So
I got this sent to me, and then you saw it.
Yeah. So effectively, when it comes to the Snyder fandom, I have people out there that aren't the biggest fans of me, because I'm very vocal about my opinion. And whatever. So apparently over on the Nicotina show, Ryan,
like 3 weeks ago.
This is just a couple weeks ago. Ryan Zieverfett apparently calls in from his phone while intoxicated and brings up RJ, brings up myself, brings up Walter Hamada. Very interesting how he brings up Walter Hamada. This is pretty cringe. And we wouldn't be playing it, but because they reference me, and I think the accusation needs to be addressed, we should show the full context. So RJ, Maestro, please.
What's up, Ryan?
Hello!
Hello!
What's up, Azaka Snyder? Is no longer part of the Snyder Cut.
You guys
4nerds.com.
We were the first ones to make a Snyder Cut. We cut out a Zack Snyder.
Oh, that's racist as fuck, dude.
Oh, racist as fuck.
I'm not getting.
And he's in his car drunk.
But I make.
I think his wife. I think his wife is driving.
You know, I'm making money like I'm making money. I'm sorry to anybody who's Asian. I love Asian people. It's just. I just want to make fun of fucking Hamada. I don't give a shit. Fuck Hamada. He's a piece of shit. I'm driving home fucking drunk, and everything is weird. Everything is like, it's in slow motion, but I feel like I'm in fast motion.
But you're not driving, right?
I am driving.
Oh no.
I've got to drive.
Oh no.
I gotta get home. I'm the only one that can do it. Harry Ashford. Where the fuck?
There's no way he's really driving. Really?
I would hope not.
I don't think he is. I think he's playing it up. I think he's playing it up.
I hope so, man. I don't know though. I have mixed feelings about Ryan. I love, I don't know.
Yeah, so that was that. Do you want me to skip to the part where you got mentioned?
Yeah, I mean the whole conversation's pretty funny because like he doesn't really give a shit. But yeah, I skipped to the other part on that one. Butt Toucher says this has got to be fake. No, it's real. It's real. I actually contacted Nicotina about this morning, and he's like, "Oh, that's between you guys." Well, like it's on your fucking show, dude.
Dude,
yeah, Meta here says they want to hold you to a
right.
standard, but then they do shit like this. I know. Oh no, Phil specifically right there, unfiltered. Got real mad at me for a quick joke I made, and then immediately
that 3
took back.
seconds after you said that was stupid. I'm sorry. That's probably
Yeah, right.
I watched that stream, Matt, and they can't at you hard, bro.
So I think I got to the part here. So listen to this because this is like the funny part that got sent to both of us.
Yeah, this is pretty funny.
Oh shit! I mean, name some people. I'll say if I like them or if I don't. I'll be fucking honest. I don't give a shit. I don't. Okay, I understand Matt Jarbo, but I think he's full of shit. I think he plays the shit just to fucking get his numbers up. I think he was fucking playing Max and everybody else just to get some people on his stream, and I think he's using RJ for a younger audience.
If that's true, Maddie, you are a fucking evil genius. I love it.
Right.
So we need
Yeah.
to break that down step by step because I got brought up for some reason, which is really weird. But
You're on Matt's stream a lot, and you are younger. I mean, it makes total sense that they would think that way. And the Max stuff, I remember when I thought that way. Then I realized you can only handle Max a spoonful at a time before you start to fucking hate him. You know what I mean? I get it. I can get why, like, eventually creative differences, man. But Matt and Max are still friends.
It's not even that, but like, so just to break that down, Ryan clearly doesn't like Matt, which is fine. But then he says that Matt is full of bullshit. He uses Max, and apparently he's using me to garner younger viewers to go to his channel.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Never mind the fact that like I've openly said that like my channel's been bleeding subs now for like months because I haven't been putting out smaller content. I just do streams because that's where I make my money.
Matt Jarbo, aka Mundane Matt, had a silver play button before any of these fuckers even knew who he was.
Here's the thing with me that gets me right. Why is it always me that gets brought up? I don't know. Go looking for trouble.
Because you're out of everybody we know in this circle, you're the one on Matt's channel the most. It's simple.
Well, I mean, what's funny about that though is Caden was on here about as much as RJ, and Caden is younger.
Yeah, Caden
right,
doesn't get
and Caden and Caden is an excellent researcher. He brings a lot of great points to the table, and I like Caden quite a bit. I don't bring on. I think I've made it kind of abundantly fucking clear at this point. I'll roll solo if I have to. I have no problem with that.
Multiple times.
You've done it multiple times, but look, I can nip all this shit in the bud right now. Look, I hate falling back on the whole. Oh, they're just hating, but sometimes, they're just hating. When you put all the work that these guys have put into something, and they have done some beautiful artwork, okay, they've done some great things, okay? And you don't get the subs that you think you deserve, and then you watch someone like Matt grow. Here's why, because everything you just said isn't true. It's not a one note thing. Matt talks about everything on here. What are you talking about? I don't get it. I've heard you talk about everything. Sometimes we just get on here and we get so wrapped up in the first hour of talking about movies from the 80s. You know what I mean? It's not,
which is always a great conversation.
Yes, these guys are the ones that are the one trick pony because it's DC this and Snyder that every fucking day, every fucking stream.
Well, see, I have no issue with Nick, even Phil. Like, I have no issue with Phil and Nicotina. Like, I'm just gonna be straight up. I'm retired. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna pull a Ryan Zero Fett.
You ain't even retired. You're gonna be back in 2 months.
Point being is that I've never liked Ryan Zero Fett. I think that he comes across as a major egotistical douchebag, consistently. I think that guy just gives off massive douche energy.
Well, I
Really
dig
puts
Andre.
Evan.
That's his name, right? Andre.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like Andre.
I dig
I like
Andre a lot.
Like I like Andre, but I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
and
but
I can get
Ryan
along.
Zegerfett comes off as a major douche like almost all the time.
I get along with all these guys, but I've been on record like not too long ago, just going off on everybody, and I was like, "Fuck the four nerds." That was it. That was like, "Fuck them," because one minute they're cool with you, the next minute they're not. They never try to. They always want you to support their shit, but they want to retweet one of your fucking streams. Not one of these motherfuckers. Dude, for months I've been retweeting their shit out, trying to drive everybody to their art, talking about this shit. They'll DM me this shit. They won't just put it out. They'll like somehow I DM you guys shit. Hey, look, me and Brodan are going live, or I'm going live. I do that. They do that to me, and I retweet all their shit on all my platforms, even Facebook. These dudes have never even fucking so much as retweeted me, man. So fuck them all, man. Fuck them. That's how I am. I'll go on Enosh with Phil. Phil's okay to talk to. I'm all right with Phil. But when it comes to like them as a unit, as a core unit, fuck the four nerds, man. That's just where I'm at, dude. And this is just stirring up some shit, you know. And I'm sorry, Ryan, if you ever see this, you made yourself look like a fool tonight, man. Or whenever you made this. Who the fuck gets drunk behind the wheel of a car, acting like an Asian person with a shitty stereotypical accent? You know what's next? You're gonna come out of here and start doing the lispy gay voice? You know, like that wasn't funny. Does anybody think that was funny?
No, I mean,
it's. I mean, even Andre and Phil looked uncomfortable. Like it's pretty cringe. Like,
yeah, that's exactly, RJ. Not only did you do that as a joke, but you did it on a live stream with your friends. You put them in a shitty situation, man. Because when people talk about this stream later, they're going to talk about how the four nerds are racist. They're not going to say one person. I've seen it happen. It's like a forest fire, just the kindling and boom, and then all of a sudden everybody's a racist. Everybody made that joke. That you should never put your friends in that kind of situation. And I like Ryan. I fucking like Ryan, man. But fuck that. That shit wasn't funny at all, man.
Well, he's like, I'm just like, he's clearly very intoxicated. Like we're talking like a level 10 kind of drunk, you know.
Okay.
So.
Oh, and you know what I always tell people, RJ? What if I got drunk and robbed a bank? I'm still going to prison, right? Being drunk is not an excuse, man. It's just not. If I get drunk and go slap the shit out of my girlfriend, I'm still going to prison. There's just no excuse for it, man.
No, I don't disagree. I'm just like,
I'm kind of getting on my high horse. I don't mean to get on my soapbox, but that kind of shit does bother me, man. That's the kind of shit that bothers me. You know, I'm not even comfortable when Brodan and Mac and all my black friends make they don't even get racist. They get racial. And I get uncomfortable. Why do you think every time Brodan wants to do get a serious stream and talk about some shit that like some George Floyd shit or something like that, I shut the fuck up. Because dude, this day and age, if you even go, I kind of see where you're coming from that. Oh my God, Chris is a racist. I mean, Matt has been accused of the worst possible shit you can be accused of for no reason. You've seen it, RJ. Look at some of the shit they've accused this guy of. Beyond the racism.
No, I know. So that's why I'm saying like a lot of, and again, this isn't me trying to get on a soapbox either, but it's like a lot of the shit that gets from Matt's way is very hypocritical.
Yeah, and I don't like to bring that up, but them calling him the P word, and they always want to bring up a polar bear from 12 fucking years ago. Well, guess what, Ryan Zeverfett? This is your fucking Polly the polar bear moment. Soak it in, pal. Now go do your.
I don't know if it's as bad.
No. Now go do your redemption tour, motherfucker.
Well, I mean, you could argue. Well, I'm not even going to go into that shit. It's fucking late and there's no point.
Right, it's like get in trouble.
Well, no, I was going to say like what I did was like very, very bad, but it wasn't directed at a specific person. Right? It was like
very hateful towards.
It was It was
a different time back
then.
Comedy was different.
Like I would never.
It's not even funny because like we've heard Walter Amata talk before during DC fandom.
Well, that was
the guy doesn't talk like some stereotypical Asian dude. Like,
yeah. Do you remember the whole Hamada Burger thing from last year?
Yeah.
Right. So I actually kind of like gave Small Screen a bit of crap for that. I'm all like, I don't know, guys. Like, I think the Hamada bit, it ran its course real quick.
Will you highlight McLeod's comment real quick? The last one.
Yeah, when it comes to...
You're absolutely right. And that's why I shut the fuck up. And then they get mad at me. They get mad at me because I don't want to get in there and be like, every once in a while I'll throw some shit out like this. See, right there. That's why no one likes black people. But I do it as a joke with my black friends. So anyway, back to the Hamada burger. Yeah, McLeod's right. That's why I shut the fuck up. I don't get in those conversations because I don't know what it's like to be
Well,
a minority.
when I did the anti-SJW content, right? Like you almost feel like you have to say something because people want you to say something on it. So like if there's an incident, like if I was doing like I was heavily invested in 2012 into the whole Trayvon Martin thing, right? Because what the media reported, many instances of that were provably false. And that does happen when narratives get into play. Now, granted, like as I've said over the years, and I stand by this, I'm like, George Zimmerman is a piece of shit. And he was always a piece of shit. But like he turned into the monster that we made him by everything that, I mean, there was like at one point, did you know that the new Black Panthers put like a $5,000 bounty on his head?
Really?
Yeah.
That's all he was worth was $5,000.
Yeah, right. But Eric Holder at the time, the Attorney General of the United States had set up a 1-800 number, a toll-free hotline you could call in to narc out George Zimmerman for being racist. Wow. If you because they wanted to get him on violating Trayvon's civil rights. They wanted to get him with that. That's what they were trying to get him for. And didn't yield anything. Like they did a month-long investigation into Zimmerman to determine if he was racist, if he had anything. Found nothing. Since then, I don't quite know. But before then, they found nothing. But I'm like, yo, when the AG of our government is using governmental resources to directly target one individual, that's some shit. That's some shit. Despite whatever you think happened on that night, the shit that stemmed from that, like that was very much a big start of the culture war. And then like that, you go into the whole Michael Brown thing and how that whole thing went. And it's all like, holy crap.
And
like
the Michael Brown stuff led into the BLM stuff, which led into the dude.
It's crazy. Stuff. Well, there's a lot of stuff there. And like, don't get me wrong. Like it is our job to listen because we don't have those experiences like 100%. Right. But it's also, I think, the job of a lot of other people to be factual with what they say and put out there, like especially the media. And I'm referring to the media when I say this.
Oh yeah, if they get on some no, don't get me wrong. Like if they get on some all white men are the devil.
No. It's not even that. It's not even that. It's like the whole Michael Brown thing. Do you remember the whole hands up, don't shoot? That whole thing that happened. That was a lie that never happened.
Lie. I'm from St. Louis. It's a fucking lie.
It's just that shit never happened because CNN, like the one guy, his buddy was getting all this attention and that guy had a warrant out for his arrest and shit. I think he was trying to like cover his fucking tracks and shit. And CNN was just pumping that crap out there because, again, if it bleeds, the truth of reality, the truth of media is if it bleeds, it leads, especially when you've got a young 18-year-old black kid shot dead in the street, broad daylight by a cop. That's going to bleed.
Violence. We are,
and the George Floyd stuff is a very big. That we watched the video of this guy being killed, and it's like, people are pissed off, rightfully so, and a lot of shit comes to. And then of course you have the right wing spin machine that's like, oh, he was full of fentanyl and he would have died anyway, and like that's all been debunked and shit.
It's been debunked. I don't believe that shit. Look, you motherfuckers can say whatever you want. We watched the motherfucker stand on a guy's throat for 9 minutes. That's it. Story's over. We watched it with our own fucking eyes. I'm so sick of people trying to tell us we didn't see what the fuck we saw. We know what the fuck we saw. So you're gonna get me triggered, Maddie. You're gonna
well, what I mean, I'm not trying to go off on that. What I mean by that is like, and I think, and this is something that like I had to learn about like certain things, right? Like so tonight on TikTok, I did a little video over there talking about bros because Billy Eichner is like, oh, straight people didn't show up. Well, Variety reported neither did gay people. And I'm like,
exactly.
And so, but what I said is I'm all like, so it's possible that the movie should have come out in June during Pride Month, which would have made the most amount of sense. We were talking about that last night here on the stream. Also, look at the fact that one of our Supreme Court justices had made an open comment about, revoking and repealing gay marriage and sending that back down to states' rights, And it's like, holy shit, guys, now we're going backwards. So maybe gay people don't want to come out to a gay movie and maybe feel like they're putting a target on their back. Because in West Hollywood, where Billy Eichner is going to watch this thing, it's going to be sold out.
Think about that.
It's going to be big. That's the community that feels safe to come out and experience that. Otherwise, if you go to like, remember back in 2015, Amy Schumer's Trainwreck came out, right? And some guy in Louisiana went into a theater and opened fire, and that was a big event. And then you come to find out that Amy Schumer's cousin, who is Amy Schumer's cousin?
I don't know.
Chuck Schumer.
Oh shit.
Her cousin is Chuck Schumer.
Oh.
So all of a sudden now Amy Schumer is on the anti-gun train, the political side of things with Chuck Schumer, and you know it's all for fucking show, but it's because her movie was targeted, they were able to make that situation work. I mean, that's the reality of this shit, man. When you get into these situations, it's like really like you gotta just like follow the fucking money, follow where it traces back to, and look to see like the narratives that get put out there. And that is something that even in movie news, we got to fucking cover. I mean, it's like, you got to look to see like who's pushing what info and where it's coming from.
No,
Like,
I learned that. I think we learned that the hard way. Like the minute Aurora, Colorado happened, I knew things were going to be different. Like,
see, here's the thing with that is though, man, is like
coming into movies and politics have become a solidified thing.
But like, even Aurora though, I still, after all these years, James Holmes had like no political motivation to do it. Right. However, back then, I remember that too. I remember the summer of 2012, because keep in mind, this was like, 5-6 months after Trayvon. Right. So I was heavily, and this is right after I launched the Mundane Matt channel. So I was heavily entrenched at the time with like 4chan culture. I was on poll all the time, better or for worse. I was on poll all the time. And so it's like they were talking about that back then, and then they were diving into James Holmes, and they're going like, yo, this guy is like, he's an MK Ultra patient, some kind of ultra program continuation, like, or like, you know, with like, he's the government, that it was a false flag, that it was a psyop, you know, all of this shit they were trying to run with, and that shit will actually really heavily influence people.
Well, I don't know if that kid had any. I'm not joking. I just know that when he went in there with an AR-15, the gun control people were going to get involved, and it was going to become political, and that was going to push politics into Hollywood. I saw it coming, man.
Yeah, funny here is Forth brings up the Covington kids, posting the kid's address. Believe it or not, during the whole Trayvon Martin thing, Patricia Heaton, Spike Lee, and Roseanne Barr, if I recall correctly, I could be off on the names, but I believe I'm right. They posted a fake address to another George Zimmerman on Twitter. That is how crazy it got back then, you know? And you're right. Like, posting the Covington kid situation was fucking stupid. Now, don't get me wrong. That kid had a very punchable face, but that doesn't mean you can hit him in the face, you know?
Yeah.
Like that, it's all crazy. Like, that is just the political side of it. And it's like, I used to be so heavily entrenched in this shit that, like, you know, when I was hanging out with you and Broden yesterday and you guys were mentioning shit, I'm like, I got no idea what you're talking about, because I've legitimately backed off.
Yeah, well, Broden's like really mad about swatting stuff. That when that guy got killed in Kansas City, like Broden took that shit personal. You know, so now
I took that shit fucking personal.
So now whenever he sees anybody even faking like, oh, I might get swatted, and use it for like political gain or clout, it sets him off. That's why he hates that Keffels chick. He hates it. You know, like
well, that's why I hate people like Keemstar too. Fuck
yeah, exactly. You know, Matt, do you remember like when it used to be like the Bad Kid cast with him and Only Use Me Blades and all that? And
I was never I've had my situations with Keemstar over the years, but I've never really followed him. He tried.
Well, I used to actually hang with those guys, like Woody's Gamer Tag and Wings of Redemption. I used to like game with those guys and talk to those guys.
Wait, hold on. You gamed with Wings of Redemption?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And they blew up. I used to do. I remember getting on one of Woody's Minecraft servers, and then just their egos just exploded, dude. Remember, I used to have a big channel.
Yeah.
I got rid of it because I was getting personal threats. People were sending me Google Earth satellite images of my kid's school and her bus stop and threatening to do things to her because I didn't like the new Black Ops 2 maps. That's how crazy motherfuckers can get. I made a video.
Oh, dude, do you remember when Black Ops 2 they nerfed a gun?
The snipers, and they flipped the fuck out. This was the exact same time, Maddie. This was the exact same time. And
wild.
Next thing I know, people are sending me Google images of my baby girl's bus stop. Now, she's a teenager now. She's driving and everything. But back then, that scared the shit out of me, man.
Yeah.
Because We can't police our kids 24/7 as fathers. We wish we could protect them 24/7, but we can't, because eventually they're going to go to school, or they're going to go see a movie, or they're going to want to go to the park. You know what I mean? And that shit scared me so bad that I completely 311K subs, man, deleted it. Just got
Wow,
rid of
I've
it.
never had that many. Yeah, I had 163 before everything went down.
Yeah, well, it was a time when it was the golden age of YouTube, when Black Ops and Black Ops 2, and if you were a Call of Duty guy, you could just
Why don't you get into Minecraft then, dude? Fucking go back to your glory days. Go like Minecraft.
Everybody liked me because I rage. Now everybody rages, but back
Oh,
then
yeah.
I was like,
Well,
I was,
yeah.
Let me ask you this, Chris, real quick.
I was Rooster Teeth before Rooster Teeth. I want everybody to fucking know that.
How do you feel about Wings of Redemption now and how far he's fallen?
No, I can't stand him. I can't stand him. He abuses everybody. He lies about everything. All he cares about is money. I helped donate hundreds of dollars to that surgery for him. He didn't get it. The guy's a piece of fucking shit, man.
No, he got the surgery, but he
he got it after everybody went off on him, and he got fat again. So now he's just got a smaller stomach that's stretched beyond its means.
And now he's just like a sad, pathetic loser.
Yeah, he's a sad, pathetic piece of shit.
I can honestly say that I've never watched anything with Wings of Redemption.
Okay, Matt, if you're
but I've been compared to him quite a bit.
Watch the No, you're not.
You're nothing like that. Anyway, my point about Keem is that I used to actually talk to this dude, okay? And I want everyone to know that he's always been like this. Like, this is really, he doesn't turn the camera off and turn into a different person.
No,
that's exactly how he acts all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
if you know, I mean, like how he talks about Alex is how I think he actually is.
Dude, that was, I didn't want to bring up the Alex clip, but that's exactly who Keemstar is.
Well, I mean, I think part of it too is like, when you look at the idea of what content creation can do to people, like I've been in this shit for 10 years. I'm a senior by internet standards. I'm elderly. I'm a boomer, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's where it's like, and I'll tell you, I'll be honest, like I'm super fucking frustrated. Like I've been trying to invest time into shorts and stuff because, YouTube's like, they get 30 billion clicks a day. And it's like, I'll fucking drop shorts, man. Fucking nothing. Not
30 billion clicks a day. I'd be happy just to get like 10K of those.
30 billion a day.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's all makeup tutorials and TikTok bullshit.
I'm like, yeah, let me do some like movie shit. I do the true crime stuff. True crime, it's just fucking dead. Whatever. I mean, TikTok's been doing pretty good. I'm over 20,000 followers over there and whatever. And I'm trying to build up the podcast, which, by the way, this is embarrassing. I'll be honest with you guys. So this morning, I posted the new episode of Deep Lore, which is the episode about the Falcon Lake UFO incident. And it was a fun episode to put together. Like I actually did editing on it and everything else. And I did a premiere. I've got like 9,100 subs on that channel. I set the premiere 18 hours ahead of time, promoted it. You did all that shit. 2 people watched the fucking premiere this morning.
Are you serious?
I was one of them.
Because I always go in and watch your TikToks like at the end of the week, like right before
football.
It
will go. I even noticed Music Man had jumped in there for like a second, made one comment, and then like fucked off. And I was laughing my ass off at that shit.
It could have just been the content, Matt. People are kind of sick of UFOs, man. It could have just been that, not you.
I know. I mean, really what it boils down to is as I've realized when it comes to doing the TikTok stuff, is it is about the sensationalism. If you can cover something that's sensationalistic, then people will generally tend, again, if it bleeds, it leads. People are drawn to it. A UFO story, the concept of deep lore is not that it's always going to be true crime. Talking about a dude who 50 years ago wandered into the Canadian wilderness and apparently encountered aliens, to me is a fun story.
Yeah, well, I've got an actual friend who started out. She's an ex-Mormon from Utah. There's that, like, no joke. You know that story that's on Hulu right now, that movie with Andrew Garfield about the Hulu murder?
Oh, yeah, the Mormon shit.
She's friends with that girl's sister, like real life friends to this day. She escaped Mormon. Anyway, she's got a true crime channel called, her name's Stacey Lee. She's a metal singer, and she is 50. Well, she tells people. So she's 52 years old, and she's got a true crime thing that just took off out of nowhere. She went from 0 to like 6,000 subs in just a year for doing true crime. It's called Dining with Death. Check her out, Matt. You guys collaborate on something.
There's a lot of that, like the making. Like I've never understood the whole like, let's do makeup and talk about murder, right? Like I get it, but
her thing is she's a chef, a real chef. That's what she does. She's studied with like, I mean, you know, she's not like Ramsey or anything, but she's big deal in Utah. And her thing is, Matt, it's called Dining with Death because she will tell the story and then she will cook the food or eat the last meal of what the person had on death row or something. Or she'll cook like what was Paul Castellano or whatever the hell his name was that got killed in Philly. What was his favorite Italian dish? And she'll cook that after she, and I was like, I don't know how death and food are going to go together, but try it, Stacy. And it's actually worked out. I mean, she obviously couldn't do like a Dining with Death episode with Jeffrey Dahmer or something like that, because I don't know where to find human flesh, but she's got a good channel. You should check it out because I like your true crime stuff too. I think the only true crime shit I'm watching now that isn't on Netflix is your shit and her shit. That's it.
Well, I approach it a little bit differently. I go for like the voice. I try to create an ambiance. I try to tell a little story if I can. And that's very difficult to get it truncated into 140 to 150 words. You know?
Oh yeah, that's very hard.
Because like you're like, ah shit. That's why sometimes I'm on camera, sometimes I'm off camera. It's all about like it becomes a pain in the ass. Because on YouTube Shorts, you know, you can only do 60 seconds. On Instagram Reels, you have upwards of 90 seconds now.
William wants your true crime link. Yeah, he does it on.
It's on TikTok. Yeah, it's well, oh no. I'll link it in the chat there. It's
I like the stuff. I like it. You know, I think that if you did videos on a separate channel,
I do.
You know, no, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
You do no. You do this, and you do
I do. What the fuck you think this is?
Audio commentary. What this is?
No, this is deep lore. Dude. It's on Forbidden Knowledge too, man. I just don't promote it. That's the thing.
That's the We'll start because I
don't promote it predominantly because it's a personal thing, but
okay,
it's like I'm trying to build it up and whatever. It's like I'm trying to get away from like.
It came up 404.
Did it come up 404?
It did not. William's fucking with you, bro. No, it really did come up 404 error. Oh my God.
What is it up to now? Fuck. Maybe it got fucked with. Hold on. YouTube.com.
I'm not laughing at your plight, Matt. I just
no.
That's funny, you know. That's funny.
Yeah, did I spell it wrong?
Can you imagine spelling your own shit wrong?
You know what? Like, maybe I did. Let's see. What the fuck? Hold on, let me double check that shit real quick because that should not be a thing.
I have got to take this dog out and then I'm gonna chill out and watch the rest.
Yeah, how the fuck do we still have 101 people watching right now?
Because I'm very entertaining. Me and RJ are good guests. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm a bounce out of here. This is a great stream, guys.
All right, yeah, I got it. Fuck, it's almost 1:30. Goddamn, I got to be up at 7.
Yeah, my voice is shot, so I might actually just start laying down. I would stay till the very end, but it's just like my throat.
No, I get it. I'm just trying to find why that other thing isn't working. What the fuck is going on? I'll see you later, RJ. Thank you very much, man. Really appreciate it. All right, everybody. I don't know why the URL isn't working. That might be one of the reasons why. There we go. That's the actual link to the channel. I don't get into that shit. I'll fix it here in a few minutes. It's all good. But anyway, guys, yeah. So fucking, oh Jesus Christ, what a stream, what a conversation. Command unit here. I'm sorry I did miss this, buddy. Listen to the Caiaphas Cain books. There are 8 on Audible, and they're light and newbie friendly and more comedic in nature. Book 4 is my fave. All right, Caiaphas Cain. I'll take a look for those. I need to get an Audible account. I don't have one. I need to get one. So let me see. We can chit chat for a few more minutes because like I'll just pass out at 2 and get up at 7. That's kind of how it is. That's how life is these days, you guys. It's working now. Well, the new link would work. I don't know what the hell's going on. That one worked. Yeah, I don't know what the hell. Let me just take a look here. It's weird. I don't know why. I tried fucking. Oh yeah, that's right. I tried fucking with it the other day. And I was trying to try messing with it. And let me go back. Okay, hold on here. Custom YouTube URL. Let me go back and find that shit. All right. I think it's yeah, I gotta fix that. I don't know why. I do have customization basic info. Okay. I know you guys don't even give a fuck about this, right? You're like, I just want to talk about the movies, god damn it. But I mean, what are you guys watching this weekend? Is there anything going on? Wait, did that actually take? Hold on here. Oh my God, it fucking took. I did not know it took. Hell yeah. Okay, cool. I didn't know that. I can update that stuff now. I thought it wasn't working. All right, so here's the thing, guys. You guys can actually go to youtube.com/DeepLordTV, and that's the URL link. Oh, hell yeah. I've been giving people the wrong link. No wonder. I did fuck with it. Daredevil. Yeah, Werewolf by Night drops. Did that drop this week? That's cool. I can't wait to watch that. Same with Hellraiser is going to be really good. Again, if you love point and click games, play Leisure Suit Larry. Jess, I got a story about Leisure Suit Larry, man. When I was younger, my stepdad had bought 1 through 4, I think 1 through 4 in this like collection on like, 3 1/4, 3.5 inch floppies. Right. And, so I wanted to play it, but he's like, you can't play it. You're too young. Obviously I'm too young, because I was like fucking 9 or 10, 11, somewhere in there. But I wanted to look at the nudity because I'm a pervert. And there was they had kind of a weird age verification check for Leisure Suit Larry. I wonder if they've I wonder if they've still got that. Let me see here. Leisure Suit Larry 4 age questions. Let's see if they have that there. Classic. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Oh, that's an old one. Okay, so I'll show you. I'll just bring it up here. There's no nudity, so I won't get in any trouble. But it's really, really, really funny how they did this. They asked you questions to determine your age, and that determined how much nudity was actually there. It was quizzes. It was a quiz, right? They quizzed you on everything. So if you wanted to do this, Leisure Suit Larry. So how old are you? No lying, please. Under 15, 16 to 18, 19 to 39, 40 to 65. Obviously, the correct answer is either the bottom two there. This is an age verification check. So on the original, the VGA, right, Roberta Williams designed what computer games? Which one of these was a popular dance? The Macarena. This was, look at these questions though. Komodo dragons are real. Which of these games came first? Space Invaders. They wouldn't expect someone under the age of 15 to know Pong came first, I guess. Tornadoes seem magically drawn to like trailer parks. Steve Fawcett was the first person to travel around. Some of these questions are just like, whatever. Chicago is a band, an opera, right? But it's like questions like this, you wouldn't probably know right off the bat. These are like, these were just different. Sorry. The original here. Who's smarter than the average bear? Yogi. CompuServe was an online service. Who says I ate his kidney with some fava beans and a nice Chianti? I love that Audrey 2 is an answer here. Minoxidil is used. Minoxidil is used to treat baldness, and that's great. Leisure Suit Larry's balding. Who has been never caught shoplifting? Stevie Wonder. How is that even what do you mean that's the original? What the fuck, dude? I was playing this well before Lindsay Lohan and some of that shit, right? It's just like, again, all of these stuff, this is all in there. And you had to get 5 questions correct in order to be able to unlock the nudity. Did I clip out again? That sucks. Yeah, those games aren't streamable, unfortunately. But they're fun. But they're a lot of fun. The old school, dirty, perverted shit. And you had to answer the age verification stuff in order to be able to unlock the nudity. So I would do that. I would try to do it, and I would keep reloading it. If I got it wrong, I would just guess until I got it right. The problem though is I couldn't ever actually save my game because my parents would know that I had, been playing it when I wasn't supposed to. So every time I wanted to play it, I had to start a fresh game and then try to get as far as I could into the game before they got home. I was always old school fun shit. Yeah, Meta here says there's a charm to the old point and click games. Absolutely, abso-fucking-lutely there. But all right, gang, it is 1:41 in the morning. I have got to get my ass to sleep. I do appreciate everybody hanging out for what is arguably a double-decker size episode of the show. Lots of conversations, good stuff, bad stuff, all in between. And again, you guys are the best audience a guy could ask for. I really appreciate that. Thank you all so much for hanging with me. If you haven't already, join the Discord. Check it out. Leave a like if you guys haven't. And I should be on tomorrow night because tomorrow is Tuesday, I think. I don't even know anymore what day it is. That's how tired I am. All right, guys. See ya.